gotta make a move to me, baby, yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, you know me, I'm not wasting time. No secrets left to hide. You gotta show me love when you're ready, yeah, yeah, yeah. What can we ever bounce on the rhythm, yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta make a move to me, baby, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know me, I'm not wasting time. No secrets left to hide. You gotta show me love when you're ready, yeah, yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah, yeah. Say, you know me, I got no time to waste. Type of energy that can't be replaced, no debate. We could take it back to my place. I can turn around, let me show you how it tastes, yeah. A baller, mine on the dollar. Swallowing the bottle while you're smoking on gelato. Now do you need some of that no? Just tell me that you're coming through. Why can't we ever Why can't we ever bounce on the rhythm, yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta make a move to me, baby, yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, you know me, I'm not wasting time. No secrets left to hide. You gotta show me love when you're ready, yeah, yeah, yeah. What can we ever bounce on the rhythm, yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta make a move to me, baby, yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, you know me, I'm not wasting time. No secrets left to hide. You gotta show me love when you're ready, yeah, yeah, yeah. What can we ever bounce on the rhythm?
Mic test 1 2 3. Good morning, you beautiful goofballs. How are you doing today, fellas? What's up, dudes? What's up? Hopefully everything sounds okay. I have had some OBS switch ups. It seems like I was trying to record on OBS on my laptop in case I wanted to shiny hunt there, and I think I had some weird quirks switching back and forth. So hopefully everything's okay. Hopefully I sound okay. Hopefully it's picking up the right microphone. If you notice anything off today, let me know. But what's up, dude? We have a lot to, okay. It's always, I guess it's like over the weekends. We have a ton to cover today, man. Dude, it's actually getting crazy. I'm so behind on the community showcase, the achievement showcase. There is some crazy stuff building up in the achievement showcase. I almost feel a little bit, there's like some, dude, I want to start doing a lot more things. I want to start qualifying before the beginning of every single achievement showcase. Like, hey guys, this is stuff that goes viral for a reason. This is like 0.01%, you know, super rare stuff. Like, do not let seeing this stuff every single day melt your brain. You know, this is not the average. This is not the norm. It is super crazy once in a lifetime stuff, you know? All right. We have some big we have some setup changes today. Christmas is over. We'll get to that in a quick sec, as well as I may or may have not have gotten a haircut. So a wig bash, as we call it around here, of course. So there are a few things to show, fellas. Hope y'all are doing well. Good morning. Much love to you all. Let's go ahead and actually boot up that stream recap intro here in 1 picosecond. For a while, Patrouski. Hey, I'll keep the Xmas decorations around until like fucking, honestly, until March. But you know what? I thought for your guys' sake, I'll go ahead and I like the retro games TV. I think it adds a nice vibe. I miss that vibe of like old GameStops or old, even like fucking in Walmart over in the video game section. You know, I love a bunch of TVs on with, you know, old retro games and stuff like that playing. Buzz cut. Last time I did a buzz cut was in like 3rd grade. I did a buzz cut at one point. It looks like it's fine. The real meme is, hey, and everybody's different. Don't let me speak for your partner, okay? From my experience, the ladies do not like the buzz cut. At least from my anecdotal experience, especially like I have like, I'm pretty lucky. I'm pretty fortunate. I have like pretty good hair IV. I was born with good hair genetics. I rolled a 31 hair IV. I got lucky in that regard, right? It feels a little rough to waste that to some degree. Now, I also need to find a proper barber. I don't really have the best. We got to figure it out. I'm looking like a little bit of a Q-tip action going on, okay? So we'll see here in a quick sec. That's okay. That is crazy though, Tom, dude. That is crazy. Here. Hey, I do respect sometimes like running the fingers through the buzz cut feels crazy good, Jake. So hey, whatever works. I'm just the wife. Hey, everybody's different. Once again, I don't want to speak. You guys' experiences are your own. I'm just, you know, try to qualify as much as possible. Nobody get mad at me, but it's the internet. What are you gonna do? Okay, we have a lot to cover today. Let's go ahead and get started, fellas. Alrighty, fellas. Good morning. Yo, what's up? My name is Patrouski. Welcome to your daily news for PokeMMO, the PokeMMO stream recap, your source of daily news, tips, tricks, discussion, conversation, everything happening inside the PokeMMO community every single day. There's a lot of stuff going on. We have a lot to catch up on and cover today. Over the weekend, you know, I don't really stream on the weekends. Usually Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET is when I stream. I didn't stream yesterday either, though, so we have a lot of stuff to cover today. First things first, I do have some Streamathon remnants, and that Streamathon stream recap will be coming out very soon. It's over an hour long. It's a stream recap. I try to keep it a little bit shorter than that, but it was an 8-hour stream. It makes sense, right? First things first, shout out to my biggest supporters of the Streamathon. You have gotten your name on a Tupid Eevee, and the plan is Darth Hugs, Yasukun, Oso, and Unlovable Rod. And the plan is who's also big old Levi, you might know him as. The plan is to get these framed and hung up on the wall somewhere over here where hopefully they're viewable on stream. We'll try to get that sorted out in a bit, but we have worked on that, so that's coming along. Appreciate anybody who gifted over 20 subs. Insanely generous. I think it's really important to appreciate and give love. Like, you guys give me that much love. Hope I can give a little bit 10% of it back, right? Also, speaking of the Streamathon rewards and incentives, we also have a movie night scheduled. If you're interested, it'll be a chill, casual time watching a Pokemon movie and shiny hunting. I think it'll be a fun, just casual time. It'll be over in my Discord at 5:30 p.m. ET. I'll probably create a voice chat. We can all come out and hang out. Just be nice, be respectful, be responsible. I think it's gonna be mostly quiet, like no talking during the movie, hopefully. And then if you get a shiny, I think the rule will be if you get a shiny, you can stream out. You got a shiny, we'll all congratulate you. It'll be a fun time just watching Pokemon, being nice, being kind to each other, and just having a good little meme watching a Pokemon movie while we shiny hunting PokeMMO. So that's the movie night scheduled. And then next up we have, of course, our daily catch events, our news, all that jazz. We have a fair bit to catch up on today. There are 2 new catch events scheduled. Okay, there is the unknown catch event coming up on the 7th of February, Saturday at 1600 ET, or what is that, 4 p.m. ET, my time zone on Saturday. Salacian Ruins Sinnoh. You have 1 hour to catch as many unknowns as possible. Unknowns are a more difficult catch. I would say more difficult shiny hunt than most people expect, in my opinion. There are no species bonuses, no nature bonuses. This is just whoever gets the highest IV unknown in that time period. That's what's so crazy to me, honestly, in my opinion. It's just a very raw catch event, and you will get a shiny unknown A specifically. You cannot choose the letter. It is specifically shiny unknown A is the reward for this catch event, which, once again, I think it's unknown is a tougher shiny hunt than most people expect. I think the encounter rate is pretty low in those caves, if I recall correctly. Other than that, it's just a single encounter hunt, but it's kind of slow. Next up, a Manectric or Electrike catch event coming up on the 8th of February at 12 p.m. ET on Sunday. Route 118 in Hoenn. You can catch Manectric, Kecleon, and Electrites. Nature bonuses are +5 for Timid, +3 for Modest, and there is a shiny Electrike. Beautiful shiny, beautiful shiny. You can get a competitive. Getting a competitive Manectric, you can put hidden ability access on with prismatic pearls for raids. Oh, this could be a really good raid shiny, or just a really pretty shiny you keep in your box, or you have as a little trophy. The fact that you get your choice of nature, 2 moves, 3 selectable IVs, you go 31 attack, 31 speed, all that stuff is really impressive. You're right, Tom. Good thinking. You're not wrong. This is, to be fair, 6 hours before the Super Bowl. This is on Super Bowl Sunday, which means a few things. Number one, it might be a lesser competitive event. More people might be hosting or busy doing Super Bowl Sunday, which I'll be at a hangout that day. But at the same time, that increases your odds of winning the shiny Electrike. So if you are, if you don't have plans, or if you have plans later in the day, like, I'm honestly happy that it takes place at noon as opposed to the Super Bowl starts at 6:30. So you have plenty of time, 6 hours before the Super Bowl, plenty of time to do this event, as long as you're not like hosting yourself. So good luck to anybody who is doing these shiny. Or football is not your cup of tea, obviously. That's a cool catch event. Really cool shiny prize up for grabs. Next up, part 2 of Cerulea's VGC tournament is going up. He's doing a long-term 8 round plus a finals, 8 round plus a finals long-term VGC tournament where you show up to these individual tournaments, and there are 8 individual tournaments, and then the 9th one you have to earn your spot by like placing well enough or getting enough points. And that'll be really exciting. So yeah, apparently there's some point system on who will be allowed to do like the final tournament or whatever. So the highest rated challengers of the given season. I'm excited for this. I think it's a really cool draw to attention for VGC to have these constant VGC tournaments. I think VGC is an amazing game mode that I've really wanted to explore, but just haven't had the time and energy, unfortunately, to get to it with the event season still active. And speaking of that, guys, the Lunar New Year event is still coming up. It is still 14 days away, most likely. We don't know for sure. We're expecting the Lunar New Year event to drop somewhere around February 17th, something like that. So the Lunar New Year event is literally coming up. It's on the horizon, which is going to be, it's crazy that's still, we're not done yet, right? We're not done event season. Next up, this is really cool. I've never seen this. Was back in 2024, but I have never seen this. It's a Minecraft, a simple Minecraft inspired theme for PokeMMO. I thought this was really cute, man. I don't really play with themes. I like the base look, but I'll install themes every so often to shake things up. I have a different visual for a little bit of time, and then kind of go back to the vanilla version of PokeMMO in terms of the theme, I guess. But here's like some cute little, some cute little aspects. I like the Obviously, the blocky PokeMMO is really cool. I like that the money is like a little emerald, and like you have the little world clock, the day-night clock or whatever. There was some really cute stuff, man. I really liked this. I thought it was cute. So I wanted to shout out. It's over on the forums. You can find it. I think Poncho is the one who posted it. Poncho's the one who posted it. You can find it under client customization as well. Next up, I had never seen, speaking of more 2024 content that is really helpful, I had never seen this. Now, this is like completionist endgame PokeMMO stuff, but I've never seen this. I don't know how to do this. This is a great example of exploring a really cool, like, in-depth piece of PokeMMO content. How to fully complete your Pokedex in PokeMMO, not just completing it for Mount Silver. In fact, Mount Silver is considered stage 1 of this process. This is hyper endgame, like, accomplishments, okay? This is, and this, I love that it shows this. How many people even know that there is a total of 631 different Pokemon that you can actually have marked as seen in PokeMMO. I only have 617 on my Ironman account. I don't on my main account. You can have up to 619 owned, 619 caught, and then you also have the alphas 350. Like, I don't even have, I'm missing a lot of this on the main account and the Ironman account, but you don't really need it, is the meme. It's just for, you don't need this for any sort of in-game benefits. It is just for fun and for accomplishment. That's what video games are all about. Video games are all about doing these weird niche things for fun and accomplishments, right? Those extra achievements. But it goes into the fact that you are able to see things like Latios and Latias in the game with different trainers in different fights. Mew, you can run into against Morimoto and Unova. Like, this is a really, really cool resource that I've never seen talked about. Latios and Latias come from rebattling specifically Alder over in Unova. Like, that's Manaphy over at Pokemon Mansion. Apparently, there's a specific... you read a book on a like, I didn't know this. Did you know you can get Manaphy in your Pokedex by reading a book on a table in Sinnoh? Like, I had no idea. Regirock, Registeel, Regice, these very specific trainers, Snowpoint Gym Leader, and as well as the Hoenn Pokemon E4. Like, I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really interesting to see all the forums, things like, and all the Alphamons. A really cool guide posted by, I believe, Coppernicus. Really fucking cool guide from him. Really in-depth guide. Shout out to him. Otherwise, I would have known a lot of this information. So, a really cool forum guide. Next up, we are moving over into the achievement showcase. One last piece of news before we directly move over into the achievement showcase. There has been a, I guess, a small change when it comes to PvP tiers. Now, I talked about this in my Streamathon recap. However, a lot of, people might miss that, it's very long, so I understand. I wanted to re-announce this here. But Politoed is not pragmatically going to be moved down to NU. The way it's banned to Borderline 2, which from my knowledge, from my understanding, means it's technically going to be in NU, I guess, but it's actually banned from the tier. It's basically too good for NU, but not good enough to be considered UU. That's where those PvP experts could explain a lot more about this, but it's this kind of like borderline section where it's not quite in either tier functionally, if that makes sense. So Politoed will not drop down to be able to be usable in NU. Many people think it would be too powerful. It would be crazy if we saw a weather setter in NU. I was definitely a little skeptic about it, but I don't know enough about PvP to really have a strong opinion. Now, Snorlax, this is an interesting one. Snorlax actually has dropped down to NU, and there's very few games, very few data available, so please don't take this as a, only like a few hundred games. It's only February 3rd, so only 281 games have been played so far in NU, whereas, last month there were only 3,000 games played, to be fair. NU is very quiet right now. Once again, during event season, PvP is just usually quiet in general. So for example, before event season started, there was 11,000 NU games played. That's as far back we can go. So back in September, there was a lot more NU games being played prior to event season actually started. But now that event season is here, people are busy with other activities. So very few NU games played so far. That's just the reality of it. But Snorlax is in NU, sitting at a very high usage rate of 16%. And like with the top 10 most used mons, almost top 10 or top 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ninth most used Pokemon in NU right now. Very little data. Once again, don't get it too seriously. But it's a 44% win, which is terrible win rate, but I think it's not explored enough. I'm curious to see if Snorlax will fall flat. I thought Snorlax would be really strong in PokeMMO NU PvP, but maybe at a time where Rotom is, look at the top meta mons, right? It's funny, like Snorlax would have been absolutely busted in NU 2 years ago, but now if you look at the top meta mons in NU. Rotom, you know, counters spots pretty well. Arcanine gets an Intimidate off, which is not great for it, but doesn't really counter it. Swampert's usually a bulky defensive Pokemon. Hitmontop, you know, hard counters it. Blaziken, you know, beats the fighting types. Like, we're not used to having these multiple strong fighting types in the top tiers of NU. So that's like, usually there's one fighting type. Like, for a long time, Blaziken was the most used Pokemon in NU for a very, very long time. But it's interesting to see. It's interesting to see, like, Snorlax, maybe it's too late. It's one of those times where, like, power creep and meta changes, and, like, maybe Snorlax, which a lot of us thought would be really good, it just isn't the right time for it. So that's interesting stuff to talk about. Snorlax is down in NU, but it's not making enough of a splash right now. I would love to see a Spidget or Smooge video or AFC, somebody cover Snorlax popping off. All right. Next up, let's go ahead and get back to our achievement showcase. We do have a lot of stuff to cover. This achievement showcase is pretty crazy. And let me qualify. I want to start reminding people. The achievement showcase is stuff that goes viral for a reason. Only really, really, really rare stuff goes viral. It's like when you browse through Instagram and you see all these guys with fucking 8-packs, washboard abs, and it melts your brain to think that that is normal. That is not normal. It's exceptional. And you should be, if you have that, you should be proud of that and all these things. Don't get don't get what is considered the norm to be diluted based on what I show you here today. Is what I'm trying to say. But let's go ahead and cover it. There's some crazy stuff. Actually, let's go back to first things first. Let's go back to this really cool shiny Zoroark reaction. This comes from Drexstein A over on Twitch. I think just Drexstein in PokeMMO as well. It's not very often we get to watch a shiny reaction like this. Let me go ahead and pause my music. Crank up a little bit of a volume warning. I believe at the start of the clip it's very quiet because it's kind of muted from copyright music, but once he reacts is what I can say. And I'll say this is the closest reaction I've seen to my shiny Shuckle reaction. Dude, it is such a just genuine, pure moment of joy, and just, you know, it's a moment of true dopamine, and it's fun to watch. Let's watch it. Thank you, Ubero Star, for the sub. Sorry to everybody's ears. Volume warning.
What song this is? Like,
What? No! Like, that is just, hey, dude, seeing a crazy shiny like Shiny Zoroark will make any fucking grown man go bonkers. Like, that is just a crazy, it's just nuts, man. It's so sick. Congratulations to Drexstein. I think it's a genuine, earnest, real reaction that so many of us would like brush.
Like,
what? Dude, no. What? I do this. I totally get this. I do the same shit with my Shuckle. This is such a sick, the clapping, dude. This is a sick shiny, man. He's 4,000 encounters in. The delayed reaction where he's like, it's on screen for like 10 seconds before he sees it. It's crazy. Maybe like 5 seconds. It's nuts. And here is the shiny itself. I'm going to show you. Here is the Zoroark. There you go. There is the Zoroark itself. It was caught at 4,000 total encounters. Roll over Zoroark encounters only 2,000. So like, I don't think like. This is like a pretty lucky shunt, it seems like. 31 speed, but obviously, once again, some shunts you go lucky, some shunts you go unlucky. Don't be that person who's like, I wish I had this guy's law. This guy's so lucky. Meanwhile, he might have gone like 300k dry on his last shunt. Like, you just never know someone's story, right? So just, it's crazy to see. Congrats to Drexstein. Really beautiful shiny Pokemon. Next up, shiny Riolu was achieved by Sap Evolved. Congrats to Sap Evolved. 7,000 eggs, 2,000 of which were Riolu, 39,000 total encounters dry. Ended up finally getting a shiny Riolu. Congratulations to him. It's one of the rarest shinies in PokeMMO. One of the hardest egg shinies to hunt because every time you breed one, you have to then evolve it into a Lucario to be able to rebreed it. It's a huge pain in the butt. Next up, once again, we have some crazy things today, okay? This person talked about getting 3 swarm shinies on alt accounts in the first 3 days of the Halloween event. So this is kind of an older achievement, but I haven't heard about this or seen this. I think it's really interesting to cover. Bit of a late flex. Wanted to show off my incredible luck during the Halloween event. I hit 3 swarm shinies on alt accounts in the first 3 days of the event. For a bit of context, I played on 9 characters across 3 accounts and farmed a total of 1,100 dust balls. This guy was grinding and gaming. This gave me an estimated 5,000 swarm encounters. So it's still insane. 3 shinies and 5k swarm encounters is so wild. 3 shinies and 5,000 encounters. And here are the shinies themselves. 2 Shuppets and 1 Spinarak. This is nuts, man. Congrats to this guy. 2 of which, one is at 260 encounters, one at 193 encounters, and the other at like 4,000 encounters. It's just insane. Yeah, people are grinding. 9 characters, it is insane. It's fucking grinding, dude. It's more effort for more reward, in my opinion. I respect those who put in the work. I think it's really fucking impressive, man. Next up, this guy, dude, once again, these stories are crazy today. First shiny ever in PokeMMO. He's just so I joined the server, wanted to show that I got my first shiny ever in game. A Lapras from a swarm at Shoal Cave. What is happening with all of these? This is from Venti, dude. Congratulations. What is happening with all of these swarm shinies? I've got to be checking my swarms apparently, man. That's what I'm learning. I gotta be, this is at, I think it was at like, it's so blurry, sorry about that. I think it was also at around, it was 2,200 total encounters. It was like 2,197. Around 2,200 total encounters, got his first ever shiny, a Lapras from a swarm. Insane shiny, man. Congratulations to him. And I believe that is the last achievement showcase of the day. If you want to submit your own achievement showcase, check out the Discord. There should be a chat in the Discord called Achievement Showcase, where I show off your guys' achievements, the community achievements. If you want to support my content, if you watch these every day, like the video, subscribe, follow me on Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday. I told me I upload a video every single day on YouTube. Make sure to support if you like it. If not, I totally get it. Have a great day. Let's go ahead and jump into the rest of the stream recap. Thanks for watching the very long and hopefully entertaining to some degree intro. Oof. What's up, fellas? I'm glad people enjoy. I really like the achievement showcase. I think it's a really cool way to give some love back to the community and stuff. Right, Shelfas? I'm literally just so fucking behind. Can I just say you're the GOAT? Dude, I'm honored you feel that way. I really fucking appreciate that, man. I literally, I can't say it enough. I'm just like, hit a Shelfa air down. No, I gotta say a secret, dude. This winter has been, my brain has been very mean to me. This winter is what I can say. I really appreciate the kind words, man. I really do. Dude, once again, a lot of stuff to cover today. A lot of achievement showcase. All right. Let's go ahead and move on from there. Our daily news. What's up, Levi? I see you, dude. I'm make sure I don't get AFK'd. One sec. Let me move around a little bit. Okay. That is our, let me get my this is stream recap, what, 465, I believe. PokeMMO stream recap 465. All right, that can go there. Yeah, I appreciate it, Kuroshi. I think I just need time, you know. I'm done glazing. I appreciate it, man. I'm a bit like, I'm a big fan of glazing around here, like glazing others, glazing the homies, you know, like that. Yeah, dude, I really fucking, there are days where there are days where it's crazy. Like, yeah, I just appreciate, all I can say is I appreciate it. That's what I'll say, man. We're all human. Yeah, dude, it's fucking hard being a human. Like, we all know this. It's very basic. I'm not saying anything fucking interesting. Being alive is fucking hard. Like, life is fucking hard, okay? And I think it's really important to hopefully give out some love. Being nice is free. Sometimes I fail. Sometimes it's fucking hard, you know? I mess up. I make mistakes. But hopefully, yeah. We just try our best, right? I'm just trying my fucking best. That's Claude. I'm fucking honored. It's an honor. It's crazy. I'm lucky. I'm just lucky. I'm so lucky to be here. You know, everything's hard. It's fucking tough. But what do you do about it, right? Everything's hard. So there's 2 options. Everything's hard. You either give up or you try your fucking best and leave a positive impact on the world, you know? As those days. And from the wise words of Miley Cyrus, Rapid, you are spitting unbelievable. Or Hannah Montana. Ooh, did I just dox her? Oh, fuck. Does everybody know about that? Oh, no. I released her secret identity. Okay, let me, next up, I guess, Iron Man clip. All right, and the slow and steady Iron Man progress clips continue. I've just been doing my Jimmy run every day, shiny hunting a little bit here and there, and just taking it nice and easy leading up until the Lunar New Year event. We are almost up to 46,000 encounters. I have shunted a fair bit. While recording, of course, I always keep the camera on, but nothing obviously to show for it. We are getting that number up, though, which feels a lot better. I do have a Jimmy run to do today. I think today is actually Jimmy run number 90. Yeah, today is number 90, I believe. Unless I missed some. I might have missed some, but that's okay. Today is number 90. We have no Pokemon to XP train. We're just getting some Pokeyen. We're going to hopefully be up to around pushing not quite 1.8, but hopefully pushing 1.8 million Pokeyen today. And I probably will do my gym run today and then fossil farm and work on that preparation for Shiny Wars. It is just right now we're just in preparation, grind, and chillax and talk to the boys and hang out in Discord, hang out in stream chat, and that's the PokeMMO daily grinds right now. Oof. Let me get this explosion off. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. I can't believe how little I had in terms of what's it called, preparation. Like Lunar New Year, I like having heavily prepared for Halloween and Christmas. I was so much more prepped for Lunar New Year event than I expected. What's up, Jumpy? How you doing? Dude, I finally got a haircut. Dude, I finally got a haircut. True. You have to even it out, Mist. Actually true. No, unfortunately, I love T. I always say the hardest part about playing the Ironman account is not being like I'm like an honorary member of Team Mister at this point. I fucking miss Team Mister. They keep my head on straight. They're really sane end game players who like love grinding the game, but also keep in touch. I feel like with the average player, which is like so important, you know. Yeah, dude, that's a lot of us for sure. Jump. Jimmy run and then hunt pondered all day. Well, sane, yeah. Hey, I think so, man. I think so. Yes, good. Yes, thankfully, Levi, re-encountering the legendary is so much easier than once you find the legend for the first time. It's so much easier. Oh, you just reminded me. Oh, chat's kind of genius. I was gonna fossil farm in Sinnoh, Shamo. Oh, you're the fossil expert, right? But now, wait. So I might wait. Fuck. I just remembered. Wait, I might have lied. I said I'd be fossil farming today. Chat just reminded me. It's beginning of February. The legendaries have rotated. Suicune is in the wild, and that is the final legendary that I need to have all the roaming legendaries on the Ironman account. So we might actually be, if the time, I think the time will line up. We might go Ditto hunt. Ditto farm over in Johto while also Suicune farming at the same time. That might be the play today, fellas. That might be it, man. We'll see. On a 4.5k dry on a re-encounter is crazy. I've never gotten like that unlucky on a re-encounter. I don't think I've gone 22k dry for a legend, but the re-encounter is not. I don't think I've ever gone over like 800 encounters or like maybe like a 1.2k or some shit for like a re-encounter has always been so easy for me. That's going dry on the re-encounter is like a fucking Karoshi classic. That's something only Karoshi could do, man. Go dry on the re-encounter when it's 1 in 500. That's so crazy, dude. Get a shiny Suicune? I doubt it, but we'll see, man. Shunt for a new fit. I can't wait for the Lunar New Year event for new drip, dude. They don't show up in caves, Levi. So in Johto, there's a spot with Ditto spawns outside, but it has to be either nighttime so you can throw dust balls. I'll show you in a quick sec. What do you have from Johto? if you look up if you look up how to Ditto farm PokeMMO, I have Ditto farming guides that cover the Johto spot if you're interested to see it now. But if you want to wait 56 minutes, you can also see. I trust you. Yeah, I appreciate. Yeah. There's two main Ditto farming spots in Pokemon. There's the one in Hoenn, obviously, right? And there is a newer one in Johto, but it either has to be nighttime, so you can throw dust balls, or you have to have caught 15 Dittos before you start at that location, so you can use repeat balls. So it's a little bit more like you have to like prepare before going to that spot a little bit. It has to be like a certain thing. I'm honored. You think so, Tokyo? I'm honestly just happy to fucking have. I'm happy to be able to get out of the shower and not. What about dream balls? Really? I mean, obviously, if the Ditto stays asleep for 2 or 3 turns, yes. But you can't rely on that. It's so inconsistent, you know. I wouldn't go to the Johto spot without You can catch 15 Dittos in the Hoenn spot and then go to the Johto spot, you know. I believe it's been tested. I believe so. When it first came out, we thought that alpha. I believe it's been tested. I would not use ultra balls for that. I would do whatever you want to do. I don't know. I've said my piece. Do whatever you want to do. What was I gonna say? I believe the Ditto spawn rate at the Johto spot is like equal to the but I could be wrong. I think we've tested it a few times. It's like really good. I prefer the Johto spot because there's more shiny spawns and stuff and cool little memes. You know, Pokeball that I haven't tested, Ito. Now you're asking the good questions. You'll have to go test that for yourself, King. That's a great qualification. Great question to ask. Dude, I have some bad news, chat. My YouTube algorithm has been pushing me Hearthstone videos, and I have been kind of getting the urge to play Hearthstone for the first time in like 6 years. I know it could be. What are you guys' thoughts? Do we have any Hearthstone players in chat? So I used to play Hearthstone many years ago. I probably put like 2,000 hours into Hearthstone. I'm a big trading card game player. I played a lot of Arena. I took pride in going infinite in Arena, just barely. I don't think I ever hit Legend. I was never that good at Constructed, but I liked playing. I didn't like grinding ranked. I would hit like top 4 or whatever, like it's top 3 or whatever, but like not Legend, I guess. But then I played tournaments, and I loved playing like tournaments on. There was old websites you could do where you could enter tournaments. I loved the tournament structure of Hearthstone. However, Hearthstone is my second most hated game of all time. Number 1, League of Legends. Number 2, Hearthstone. But I do hate Hearthstone like, what's it called? Hot take, Hearthstone's worse than League. I have heard. So, okay. My take on Hearthstone is that maybe it's good now because, and like, I mean, no disrespect towards Ben Brode. He seems like Ben Brode seems like the nicest guy in the world. I would love to have a beer with him. Amazing friend. I couldn't have disagreed more with his design philosophy when it came to balancing and designing Hearthstone. But that's because I'm a fucking turbo nerd card game player, and he wanted Hearthstone to be a casual experience for people, like, you know, which is totally, there's just different goals, right? No disrespect. But apparently, since Ben Brode left as the lead developer for Hearthstone, like, Hearthstone used to always be described as a card game aimed to be someone's first card game, right? And like play on mobile, like a casual game, right? But I think now Hearthstone seems to be a card game designed for card game players, is what I hear, but I don't know. I'll have to try it at some point. I'm curious. Is it now? I mean, that is true. Are good. I do like Magic Arena more and more as they implement more of the older cards for Timeless. I would love to see Force of Will though, but maybe it's fine. I don't know. I felt like I really wanted Force of Will in Timeless a few months ago, but maybe it's not as bad now because we did just get Mystical Tutor. We got a few like crop rotation. We have gotten a few new tools. Anyway, sorry to card game talk. I know if you don't play the card games that someone's talking about when they discuss card games, it sounds like I'm speaking a foreign language. Like it's so I know it's like weird. I get it. My opinion. No, Superfly. I think you're fucking spitting facts, dude. Maybe I'll play it for like a day and be like, okay, that was my, you know. So the real thing is, this is an interesting question. This is an interesting question. Pat, do you think the PokeMMO devs would ever take us Iron Man serious and add a link cable item? I also see why they wouldn't because of the whole online thing, but I don't know. So I think a link, interestingly enough, if you don't know, I believe a link cable item is an item that you can use to evolve trade Pokemon upon using the item on the Pokemon. I think that would actually be a great item to be added to PokeMMO. On the other hand, I actually think it would hurt the Iron Man game mode. I think not hurt. It's my opinion. Feel free to disagree. Just my opinion. Okay, just my opinion, not an objective statement, right? In my opinion, I think what makes the Iron Man mode so special is that things like competitive Conkeldurr or shiny Conkeldurr are so rare on an Iron Man account. Competitive PVM, PvP ready, and shiny Gengar. All the trade evolution mons are actually some of the rarest Pokemon on an Iron Man account because you cannot breed a good one and then evolve it, or you can't go catch a shiny. You can't go like hoard for a shiny Girder and then evolve it. No. You have to single encounter and lore catch Conkeldurr. If you want a competitive PvP or shiny Gengar, you have to pop a lore, right? And go hunt it in the wild or win one from PvP tournaments, right? Like, I think it's a really cool thing that PvP and PVM Gengars are one of the rarest things on an Iron Man account. You have to go to Pokemon Tower, pop a lure, run back and forth, and just hope to catch a good one in the wild with like 31 speed, 25 plus attack, like timid or modest nature, whatever you want, right? Like, I think that's interesting. I think it's cool that there are gameplay differences between an Iron Man account and a main account. On a main account, if you want a shiny Gigalith, right? Gigalith's another good example. If you want a shiny Gigalith on a main account, you go do ×5 hordes of Boldore. It takes about 30 hours on average, and then you evolve it, right? If you want a shiny Gigalith on an Iron Man account, it's gonna be, I think the best way is to lure it. It's gonna be like a 2,000 hour hunt for a shiny Gigalith on average, which I think I know it's not, you know, I'm not saying everybody should go, that's a lot of hours, right? But like, it's cool. I think it's cool to have rare things that people don't have to hunt for. It's literally just a visual, you know, shiny Gigalith is just a visual thing. But I think it's cool that if someone wants to go do that, they can. They don't have to, but I think it's super interesting. So I like that trade evos are kind of locked on an Iron Man account. I think it makes the game mode way more interesting, way more unique, and way more it makes it special. That's the whole point of an Iron Man account, is for it to be different than the main. If we add all these updates, I really don't want. It was the same way with RuneScape, and Iron Man it pleaded to the RuneScape developers to please, you know, consider this. I don't want updates around the Iron Man account, right? Like, it's a self-imposed challenge. Now, I would love for them to implement an actual game mode, like implement the real Iron Man game mode, but then please don't make updates. I don't want to see 10 years of updates to make the Iron Man made game mode more easy and more convenient. That's not why people create an Iron Man. You know, we create an Iron Man for the challenge. Why would you then, and we saw that a lot in RuneScape, where people created Iron Man accounts for the challenge, and then we saw like 10 years of like updates to make it easier and convenient. And it's like, what was the now we have to like make it hardcore, or you know, we have to like keep upping the ante because a Mauritania locked Iron Man, because they made things like, what we're playing this for a challenge. Why defeat that purpose, right? I often find like players do things for a reason, and I find that sometimes when something becomes popular in a game, developers will go try to make that thing more accessible and easier, when in reality, that to like broaden the appeal, when in reality players are playing that game mode for a specific reason. When you try to reach everybody, you reach nobody, right? When you try to appeal to everybody, you end up nobody really, if that makes sense, right? Like, broad appeal is not always ideal, even though it does like make more money in most video games to some extent. Though sometimes it just fails entirely. So that's my opinion on just my personal opinion. Feel free to disagree respectfully on like updates catered towards Iron Man specifically. Yeah, group Iron Man's really cool. Absolutely. I think group Iron Man would be really cool in Pokemon. Absolutely. People are already doing that to some extent. I don't know anything about the Dex nav. I've heard, yeah, I just don't know. I don't know enough about actual I don't know enough about Pokemon. I know PokeMMO, I don't know Pokemon. And I know MMOs. I know MMOs a lot more than Pokemon, you know? I don't know, add a link trade item. They did, but they did one for so I get the argument, you know, of like they want people to interact. I think there's a real it's positives and negatives. I don't think there's an objective thing there at all. They did already make it so that you can evolve things like Scyther into Scizor by just using a metal coat. You know, you can already, they already made a change to where trade Evo Mons that require holding an item, they already made a change about it 1 year. I think it was 1 year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. They made a change decently recently or whatever in the grand scheme of PokeMMO, where what's it called, you know? But I do, it's kind of like there's no right or wrong. I always hear about like, it's like so from my understanding, like World of Warcraft, you have like, what is it, Find a Group or Raid Finder or whatever. I only ever played Classic WoW, so my experience here is very minimal on the World of Warcraft understanding. But for my understanding, one of the most controversial updates of all time was like Group Finder for raids, right? And it's just positives and negatives, right? Like, there is an interesting element, a beautiful social connection with having to just stand outside of a raid and have to like gather people, right, via like normal chat or some shit or global chat or whatever, versus you just queue up into a system and find people. And it's a thing of like, there is a really, I think one of the most interesting discussions is you don't want to shave too much friction out of your life or out of your game but you also want to have quality of life, and like, where is that line? And it's a impossible question, you know. Khaki, thank you for the 11 months, dude. Much love to you. What's up, dude? Welcome. Happy to have you, dude. The 11 months of Prime is crazy. What's up, man? How you doing today? But yeah, so like, yeah, it's I think it's a question that like I don't know the answer to. A lot of us are still like, how much friction is too much? How much is too little? You know, the game has changed so much, Toaster. It's crazy. It's insane. PokeMMO is, I truly believe that PokeMMO has received more content updates and changes in the past 4 years than it did the prior 10 years from that, right? Like, if that makes sense. Like, I think PokeMMO got more updates from 2021 to now from like 2012 to 2021 or like 2022-ish, like, because the game's seen a huge surge in popularity. That's why it's funny when you'll see people in YouTube comments, very smart individuals, the game is dying, PokeMMO's dying, blah blah blah. And it's like, if you started playing, what happens, I always say, is like, you'll find a lot of people in the middle of event season where they think the game is dying. Because what happens is, this happens every year, what happens is players will join during a peak, like during like the Halloween event where there's like server queues and stuff, and then as soon as there's no server queues, they're like, what the hell, is the game dying? And it's like, no, you joined during an abnormal peak, right? And then when they like, how do I get like MS Paint up or some shit? Like, it's always interesting to see people's perspectives. I guess what I'm trying to say. MS Paint. It's gonna be tough to do this while I'm doing my Jimmy run, but fuck it, we ball. All right, we're gonna play a little game. I want to make it really, really clear once again that everybody feel free to have your own opinions. These are just my opinions. This is not objective fact. These are just my thoughts. Just one little guy. Your opinion is just as valid as mine. Okay. But something I see a lot during event season in PokeMMO is players returning to the game in the middle of event season, and then as soon as the one event ends between the seasons, they say, "Oh, PokeMMO's dying. The game is dying." And I think it's a really interesting play on perspective. And let me make it to my next gym and the Jimmy run, and I'll show you what I mean. So with MS Paint, what happens is a player rejoins PokeMMO. They come back to the game during like the middle of the Halloween event or the start of the Christmas event, and there's server queues. Everything is super exciting, right? And they're like, wow, the game is super bustling, and that's now their baseline. When you join at a peak, you don't see the prior, so that's now their baseline, right? Let me draw. Okay, so what happens is, here is normal PokeMMO, okay? And then here is an event happening. Okay, we'll do orange for Halloween, and we'll do like blue for Christmas, okay? So this is normal PokeMMO. This is Halloween event happens, okay? Halloween event, let me go back to my color. Halloween event happens, super exciting. As the event goes on, you know, attentions kind of, you know, dwindle. People get the things they want in the event. Very, very normal stuff, right? Player base starts to drop off a bit, right? And then the end of the event happens, and I would say post-event burnout is very real. And I would say that the post-event player base is a little bit lower than your average PokeMMO player base during like August, September, July type beat, right? So there's a lot of FOMO, a lot of like hype, right? So what happens is players will come back to the game. Let me do an arrow. Players will come back to the game here and then witness this decline and be like, oh my God, the game is dying. And it's like, well, no, the game is dying from your perspective because you started playing at the peak and then you only saw a dip, right? But if you were playing here, you see, right? You see this, right? You have all the perspective. But if you have a short-term perspective, you don't have the full picture, right? And then another event comes around. So all the players that think the game is dying, they quit right about here, right? And then the Xmas event comes around. The same thing happens, right? Same exact thing. And then players go, oh no, the game is dying again. And it's like, I don't know how many times history has to repeat itself for players to learn. And like, once again, I think there are problems in PokeMMO. I think that there are serious things to solve, and I'm fortunate to have my YouTube analytics, which my YouTube analytics do not represent all of PokeMMO, right? It's a very small part, honestly, only the English speaking player base. But looking at my YouTube analytics, this is what we do it new. My YouTube analytics, views, watch time, you know, impressions, they all kind of look like this. Over the past 5 years of making PokeMMO content, this is kind of what they look like. Maybe I'll be honest, maybe a little bit more down here. Not this crazy of a slope, right? But I do think, from what I'm seeing and everything, right, we have seen PokeMMO steadily grow for years and years and years and years and years. And there are new problems popping up that we need to address, don't get me wrong, but I don't think PokeMMO is dying by any means. I think it happens every year. People say this. It's one of those things, if you see it every single year, it's a good reminder to be like, okay, maybe these are people. Often, and you see this at almost, and this isn't even a PokeMMO problem, this is an every video game problem, right? You'll often see gamers, instead of saying, you know what, unfortunately, I'm not enjoying this game very much anymore, it might be time for me to move on, they say the game is dying, the game sucks. Instead of being like, you know what, maybe it's just time to move on. Maybe it's just time for a break or something like that. Maybe it's just my anecdotal experience. Maybe in my personal experience, the game is not as much fun anymore as it used to be. Very normal, very human. We all play Spyro as kids. We played Spyro. We beat the game. We moved on, right? But there's something with live service games where if you ever stop enjoying the game, it's like a crime against humanity and like a disservice, and it must be the game's fault as opposed to like just a very normal human experience, you know? But I often find gamers expressing themselves instead of saying, you know what, unfortunately I'm enjoying the game less, as the game's dead, the game's dying, everybody's having, they project their personal experience to everybody hates the game now, everybody blah blah blah, versus, you know what, maybe this is just my personal experience, which is totally valid, totally fair, and very reasonable, right? That's my thoughts on, is PokeMMO dying? You know, I see this come up every single year around the same time. Oh, for the Lunar New Year's event, I already made a video on it, Saint. I'll get you the link, King. One sec. My Lunar New Year event prep videos are out. Let me get you the which, to be fair, maybe I should have them linked in like the description or some shit. Do. I think I have a playlist for them. Yes. Okay. So here's the playlist for my 2 Lunar New Year event prep videos. Sure. Yeah. Like, how, dude. Like, no. Like, how funny does that sound, though, Mr. Midnight? Actually, Patrouski, when I completed Spyro, I sat around and complained they didn't add more content. Like, it's crazy how much gaming has changed. And I'm not saying you can't critique the devs. I'm not saying people love to draw right now. People love to draw extremes on the internet, no matter what position I take. It's either I glaze the devs and I'm a bootlicker, or I hate the devs and no matter what I say, people want to jump to extremes, right? And I'm trying to be reasonable, and hopefully I'm coming off like that. And if I'm not, let me know in the comments respectfully of what do you think I'm misguided on, right? Yeah. I think that's a really interesting, like, that visual of like completing Spyro and like complaining like, oh my god, this game has no content. Like, it's very funny. It's a very good bit. The game is dying again. People were also people were saying the game was dying back in like as far back as like 2013. Like, this is also like not a new phenomena, you know? And you know what, maybe I'll show some humility. I was a person who was saying that Overwatch is dying when it switched from Overwatch 1 to Overwatch 2. I was really not a fan of the Overwatch 2 switch. I stopped playing Overwatch around that time, and I personally no longer was enjoying the game. And I think looking back, I projected that feeling as everybody's feeling this way, the game's dying, blah, blah, blah. That's not true. And if you looked on social media, it felt that way, right? It's not true. Overwatch is doing very well statistically right now. And it's important to like look back and be like, oh, fuck, I was wrong. Overwatch was not dying, and it is not dying. I was no longer enjoying the game, and that sucks as someone who loved the game. And that's a totally real and valid feeling. but I was projecting my own feelings towards a greater thing that wasn't in reality. I think it's a really interesting thing to reflect on. We all make that mistake, you know? I think special plan for Jim run 100. That's cute. I mean, that's cute. Once again, I don't want to ever come. I never want to come off as like holier than thou. A big thing I try to like. Most of the things I talk about, I only know because I made the mistake, little bro. Like I am the fucking goofball, you know, peak goofball. Dude, I'm honored to hear it, Bandit. Much love to you, man. Is that true, Jumpy? That's pretty funny. That game true in Teal Sascha, yeah. To be honest, I really appreciate that. So that's my goal, Saint. And I think I have a problem, Saint. How do I describe this? I have a real problem with like, I think I listen way too much to the loud minority. I think like, and it's yeah. I think I so desperately want to be the best that I can be, and that's kind of a problem. That's like yeah, you know, like it's kind of a meme. I gotta relax. I think trying, it's too much. It's too much. I'm leaving my young 2000. It's like, I think you guys, it's probably, hopefully a little interesting. I feel like you guys are probably witnessing a massive change in me in live time. I'm witnessing a massive change. I feel like I'm going from young, hungry, 25-year-old Patrouski into like late 20s, pushing 30. Maybe it's just time to chill out, Patrouski. You know, I am really like, yeah. I am really like, maybe it's not that fucking, you know, and I love taking games seriously and I love, you know, all that stuff, but yeah, I'm getting old. Should remind my friends all about GTL. How far are you? So great question, Waffle. This is I appreciate you being so honest. There's two. How far are you into it? If yeah, true. Get a third job, get a fourth, start DoorDash, blah blah blah. True, Alice. Hey, true. Dude, like I love the snow. I already love the snow because I love the snow, right? But I also love the snow because the snow like slows down the world. You know, like it's kind of a beautiful thing. It's kind of a beautiful thing. That like I feel bad for local businesses, but it's almost like there's something like whimsical about like everybody being forced to slow down versus we're all competing all the time and it's all so stressful, and like there's something nice about seeing shit, you know. But now, dude, that's so yeah, it's very interesting. BT Bandit, a lot of young people work really fucking hard and then hit their 30s and go, oh, what the fuck? What was I doing? Like, I mean, I love hard work is amazing, right? Like we haven't had a proper snowball fight because most of the snow is like ice. If you're having snow in the East Coast, you know all the memes. It's all like fucking ice sheets. Like when you like this is so Tabard. I swear I felt my frontal lobe develop when I stopped getting actually angry at my friends playing Counter-Strike. You are speaking to that's the true earnest gamer experience. We've all been there. Like you're actually so real. You swapped Tortle and Cottony's Nib's hilarious. Not my idea. Chat paid for that to be the case, and I have made mistakes. Like I have had that confusion pop up. Yeah, all the snow here is like it's like when you put a shovel into the snow. I actually helped my I shoveled out my mother-in-law's driveway, and I helped my mother-in-law shovel a lot of snow recently. We couldn't use her plastic snow shovels because it couldn't break through the snow. We had to go get like metal spades meant for like digging dirt holes and like graves to like get through the snow. It was so, dude. And then when you break up the snow, I should have taken a picture. It literally looks like Antarctica, like the way it like, how do I like, do you know how like it like breaks up? How do like ice layer Antarctica picture of like shattered snow. It looks kind of like this. This is not no. How do I you know how like when it was like an earthquake in like the Ice Age movie? That's the best way. Like that's what the snow looks like when you put a shovel into it. It's all like the top layer of ice like breaking up. Let me see if I Google Ice Age Earthquake, what comes up. Like all the snow looks like. I can't find. I can't find it. But whatever. Next topic. The ice sheets. Yeah, they all. It's very beautiful. Honestly, like. It's very beautiful. But so me and my wife haven't had a proper snow fight yet, but I did throw like an ice ball or two at her while we were shoveling snow. Very lightly. You have to like underhand toss it, let it like, you know, because you can't like chuck snowballs right now, you know? Ooh, okay. Man, okay. I love this question, Waffle. It's up to you. You're only 6 gym badges deep. It's really, if you've caught, okay. If I were you, I would probably just restart, but you don't have to. Like, it's a self-imposed challenge. If the other option is just, depending on what she bought, if it's an item or a Pokemon, release it or destroy it, and then just take the Pokeyen loss. So you can just like, you can destroy whatever she bought and tank the Pokeyen loss, which I think is enough of a punishment, you know? I need to go next region. Or, what's it called? Someone's job was in a real snowball fight. Dude, I'll never forget, I had a neighbor growing up that would fucking put rocks. Like, they would take, like, rocks from, like, their, like, gravel driveway, and they would stick rocks into snowballs. I had to fucking, I was so mad at them. It was because it's so fucked up. They were a spoiled brat from a fucking, but it is what it is. It's criminal. It's fucking crazy sus behavior at like the age of like 12. Like that's, I don't know. Kids make dumb mistakes, to be fair. I'm being too harsh. I'm about telling alpha starters are a good investment. It's tough to say. Like I just don't know. Alpha starters, I just don't know what's gonna happen with them. Are they gonna keep? They probably will just keep going up in price. But like, what's their peak? What? I don't know. I think alpha starters are a good investment, but it's very slow. It's a very like long-term investment, but probably a good one. Probably a good long-term investment. With freeze paintballs. Paintball is okay. I've never played paintball. I've only seen what it can do. Isn't paintball like already fucking painful? Like that's great. Like freezing. I guess you throw them at each other. Like, but even that like freezing paintballs is so crazy. Kids are crazy, man. They do dumb shit. I love it. I don't know if the Mesprit, Azelf, Uxie. I mean, they could. It's one of those things like there are a few legendaries they could add that's like pretty safe. The Reggie trio, the Lake trio, and it comes down to, do they want to make a safe play or do they want to try? Ice Fissures is the right good. Thank you, Waddy Ice, by the way. That probably is like what I'm thinking of. There are a few safe options, but do they want to go safe? Do they want to try? Like hello? Am I bugged? Hello? You guys seeing this? That's, dude, I think I talked about that. Dude, that's awesome to hear. A real investment was Alpha Snorlax. They were 1 mil during the recent event when they just came out recently, and now they're 3 million Pokeyen. Dude, I talked about that. I was like, this is the first time we've ever seen Alpha Snorlaxes. We got a disconnect. One sec. Probably was a server problem, but like, people just started like Shalfa hunting Snorlax during that event. Like it was a big deal. Really a little bit of server lag today. Got disconnected there. It's pretty rare to see, but there you go. Not that rare, but like, you know, uncommon. But yeah, that's crazy. Like Alpha Snorlax is, talk about an investment, right? Like that's, someone was asking if I thought an Alpha starter was a good investment. I think Alpha, that's my, don't, you know, not financial advice. I think Alpha starters are a decent financial investment long term. The problem is like their spike has already kind of happened. Like Alpha starters are already so expensive. But as the end game player base grows and as like more players want to do Alpha shunts, like they have kind of gone up. I don't know, like it's just, they are crazy expensive. There's so few Charmanders. That's actually crazy how few Charmanders there are versus the other ones. That's pretty wild. I think it's a pretty safe investment, but very long-term orientated, I would say. Just give me Water Spout Kyogre. I don't know about that. Or all the alpha spawns of the week. They happen. You never know. They happen randomly and stuff. You know. This is the Iron Man account. What's up, Quamp? What's up? Sorry if I butchered that super hard. Alpha Beldum. Oh, could you imagine? What if they added Alpha Beldum Pokemon? Dude, could you imagine? Yeah, we don't have. No, there is no. Somebody asked if there is Alpha. There is no Alpha Beldum, I don't believe. That would be a crazy. The gold Metagross with the beautiful Shalfa glow. There is some really interesting potential when it comes to like alphas to be added to the game. Not even just for hidden ability access, but like alpha rares, like the Snorlax was a big deal. Like all the fossil mons. And we just got Alpha Rampardos and stuff recently, and that totally changed like Shalfa hunts, you know, available. Like it's pretty, like, it's pretty nuts. Alpha Rampardos are now 1 million Pokeyen plus. Wow, a lot of the alphas from the event. That's a new investment. Keep an eye on this Lunar New Year event. Any rare alphas that get added to the game could be potential good investments. Keep an eye out for that this Lunar New Year event, man. Yeah, it is Bandit. Yeah. Thank you, Asper. I appreciate it. Sorry, my nose gets so itchy. I think I talked so much I vibrate my shit. Alpha Relicanth. Would be a beautiful shiny and an egg group breeder. I didn't go down to. Wait, what did I not do yet? What did I just do? I just did like Erica. That's crazy, Tom. I got Shalfa. I think we did see an alpha. Didn't we see a Shalfa? I think we did see a Shalfa Articuno. I don't think we saw. Did we see a Shalfa Suicune? I never remember. I don't think we saw a Shalfa Suicune. I think we did see a Shalfa Articuno, right? I think Epoch. Does Epoch own that? He did a video on it for sure. Was my Shalfa? Why was he so? I love. Really, Matt is so good. Shalfa Suicune, that's really cool, man. Epoch is broke. He only has a normal shiny Articuno. Laughs and rich. Only a non-alpha shiny Articuno. What a plebeian. That's crazy. That's really fucking impressive. Epoch is nuts. I think that's like maybe one of the #1 alphas I want to see in PokeMMO. Dude, straight up, one of the #1 alphas I want to see added to PokeMMO is just Alpha Wailord for the biggest boy that could you imagine the Shalfa Wailord hunt? I love the flexing a shiny a Shalfa that's huge, you know. You can once again, you can go find videos on Epoch's channel. Epoch did get banned. He made a video about it when it happened. He got banned. He broke a rule. He said, "You know what? I fucked up. My mistake. I broke a rule." He restarted from scratch. And it's a good dude. It's a good example of like people always ask, is it too late to start PokeMMO? Blah blah blah. Right? Like Epoch literally got banned, lost like so much stuff, and was like, "Hold my beer. Watch me flip to billions of. Watch me flip to an alpha or a shiny Articuno. Watch me flip to like he's like, you know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. You can make tons of Pokeyen and PokeMMO if you have. It takes time. Don't get me wrong. Time and effort. Not everybody has time. Not everybody has effort. I get it. It's not like, you know. Anybody can do it if you have the right lifestyle and can afford to do it. I guess that's a nice thing. Like anybody can do it if you can afford to do it. That's like a better thing. I like that saying. I don't know if I just invented that or if like, because there, like, I think when I say like anybody can do it, it's meant to be empowering. But sometimes people get upset or feel attacked where they're like, "Oh, well, I work a 9-to-5 job and have 3 kids and blah blah blah." I was like, "Well, yeah, of course you probably can, you know, maybe you can, but like, you know, it'd be really impressive. But you literally live a life that, of course, you've chosen that life. I don't know, you know, not to like, this is interesting, you know." I don't want anybody. It's just, I don't know. To be fair, like on the internet, literally everybody's gonna feel attacked. So somebody's gonna feel attacked no matter what I say, which sucks. I don't want that to be the case. You know, it's one of those things like I want to hurt as little people as possible, but part of being a human is unfortunately like no matter what you say, like someone's gonna be hurt, and I try to minimize that as much as possible. But what are you gonna do? You know, but kids, fun fact, yeah, like yeah, there's people in the best, yeah. On the counter side of it, a lot of people, once again, victimization is very hot right now. Like, it's easier to be like, oh, well, of course I can't. Some of us actually touch grass, Patrouski. Some of us have a life, and that's why we can't achieve these cool things in Pokemon. And it's like, is that it? Or is it because, like, and it's not even, like, everybody has different values. Everybody has, you know, people like get really, once again, defensive, and they want to, like, when there are people in Team Mystery, instead of acknowledging, you know what, maybe I don't have the work ethic to do this thing, or maybe I don't have even the time, or my life isn't built, which is totally valid. Like, instead, it's back to the instead of being like totally reasonable, not even your fault, instead of being like, maybe my time with PokeMMO or my time with Hearthstone has come to an end, it's time to move on. They go, the game sucks, the game's, you know, like, people love to blame other things as opposed to not even blame themselves. Like, it's not even always someone's fault. It's just, there's a big difference between fault and responsibility. And there are a lot of things in life that will be your responsibility but not be your fault. And it's really important to learn that at like 18. But there are people walking around that are 30 years old that have never been taught this lesson. And that's not even, once again, I would almost go to say it's not even their fault. It's like once again, it's like sometimes life just plays out in weird patterns or ways where people have, you know, hopefully they'll just learn it eventually, right? That's all you can hope for, right? I got my wig bash, dude. What's up? This Iron Man Jimmy run is actually the outdated guide. What's up, Lone Lion? But I might end up doing a my guides. Yeah, does that make sense? Why do you want to hurt? You mean like, wait, did I say I want to hurt as few people as possible? Did I say I want to hurt little people? Is that what? That'd be a crazy based. That'd be a crazy misspeak. Yeah, me being stupid. I'll show where's Oso or Yasuo-kun. Me being stupid Eevee in live time. Flip it and ship it, boys. Patrouski hates the little people community. Like, New YouTube video and Reddit post coming soon. You want to do what now? I've heard really good things about that team, Ito. I've heard really good things. Clarka, what's up, dude? No, no, Vance. I appreciate you. It was so obviously just a good joke, a good bit. The Lunar New Year event there's no reason to think that it shouldn't come out. The Lunar New Year event seems to be right on. Once again, the devs, I understand, especially if it's your first event. If you're a newer player and this is your first event, you've never seen an event drop before, I totally understand why you would be skeptical and be like, will it happen? As someone who's played the game for, I know it's just, I hate to use this argument, but just trust me. Like, as someone who has played the game for 13 years, oh fucking god, I'm old. If they don't announce, Octa was saying earlier, actually, if they don't announce the event ahead of time, it probably means it's actually more likely to come out. The only time we've ever seen events not happen is if they say beforehand, hey, the event might not happen this year. Yeah, it would. But only Siths deal in absolutes, so like technically, or what the fuck am I going? What the hell? Technically it could, but yeah, just make, yeah. It's kind of like, believing the event won't happen is like if the weatherman says, hey, there's a 99.9% chance of rain tomorrow, and then your response is to go, oh, guess it's not gonna rain tomorrow. And it's like, well, why would you assume the least likely option, you know? But I once again, not to, yeah, it's this is later than I expected. How is it? So wait, maybe you're confused. The event is not the new year event, it's the Lunar New Year. The Lunar New Year takes place on February 17th. The Lunar New Year has not happened yet, right? It's the Chinese New Year. The events usually drop on the day of the event in PokeMMO. So there is no, like, the Lunar New Year event is not late. It's not even, it'd be early if it, yeah. Sometimes based. Yes, the Lunar New Year event is similar to, or the Lunar New Year, not even event, IRL, it's similar to Thanksgiving, where it changes every year. That's my American, at least my American brain reasons with it, right? I've heard people talk about it, Jared. I have not seen it myself. Hopefully I'll cover. Dude, I'm super behind. There's been so many crazy things achieved in PokeMMO recently. America, yeah. Oh, you mean the Chinese New Year? Oh, that's just like Thanksgiving. It changes every year. It is a very funny. There is something funny about like that's how I can wrestle with it in my mind. Hey Kona. Oh, now I get it. I didn't quite understand before, brother. But now it makes a whole lot of sense. Okay, I should be doing... There should be a Kate Kona accent redeem. Yeehaw, brother. Every year, no. It's slightly... It's Thanksgiving is more similar. Thanksgiving is what? The third Thursday or fourth Thursday every year in November? It's like a... Yeah. It's a little... There's less of a range. That was spot on. Thank you. There's less of a range for Thanksgiving than there is for the Lunar New Year. The Lunar New Year might have like a full month range, which is kind of cool. Have a great day, Clarko. Good for you for touching grass, King. Ikona's the default setting. That is such an American. I love that sentence. It's like the most American. Like, hold up. I thought being American was like the norm. That would be the crazy, like, I thought being American was the normal thing. Please don't actually get offended. I'm literally making fun of people who have this thought process. That's the joke. That's the meme. Please don't think I actually mean this. Touching snow. Yo, touching snow is a great saying. I've touched a lot of snow recently, man. I'm offended, but I'm doing like it's like the It's Always Sunny thing where I'm making fun of, like, that's why it's funny, but also like I don't know. I get why, like, I fall victim to it too. I get why so many Americans, like, we're not. You've got to give us Americans a little leeway, okay? We're not taught a whole lot about international culture growing up. Like, there are a few little things here and there, which I think is really cute, but like it just doesn't like. And also, this is kind of arrogant, so I'm so sorry, but like, it does feel like, feels like in America we have so much going on. Not discussing current climate because we're not getting into, don't get into that, but like, there's so much going on in America and it's so like diverse, and like we don't have the mental capacity to worry about other parts of the world. But to be fair, other parts of the world seem to be able to do it, so I don't know, dude. It's one of those things, like I'm very honest. I'm very like, I don't know a whole lot about international culture, like anything. I just try to, I do my best. I do what I can do. I have actually, to be fair, I've been learning a little bit, boys. I've been playing, I've found a way to make myself a little more multicultural via something I care about, okay? And maybe I'll remind me after the Jimmy run, we're gonna play some food guesser, okay? I have found a way to learn about international culture through a medium that I'm actually passionate about, aka food, okay? So I'm excited. Yeah, no, that's a, like, legitimately, like, is a good, like, statistically, India is like, if you're born, the odds of you being born in India is like much higher because of the population, like, for sure. I don't know nothing about international affairs. I only know about Pat's mom's affairs. Kate Kona. So true. You do quote with your huh? No, I don't think so. I should practice. Be slacking. Based? Kind of based. What's the meme where it's like, bro, kind of based. It's kind of based. Okay, I feel like who would read? I think we're entering an era. No, this is okay. The problem is, when you hear me say this sentence, please assume some charitability. That's all I ask. I feel like we're entering an era where it's kind of based to be ill-informed. Not ill-informed, but like uninformed. Like, maybe I'm just getting old. I'm reaching the point where I'm like, I don't want to know anymore about what's going on. Like, unless I'm making some, like, unless I'm actively helping or like actively involved, like, I don't want to know any more news, bro. It just makes me sad. Like, like, what's the point of reading the news if you're not actually, if it's not aiding your life in any way. I feel like so, like, you wake up, you read the news, you be, no matter who you are or what side you're on, blah, blah, you wake up, you read the news, you be sad, and then what? That's it? You're like, what to do? Like, you know, like, obviously, you know, it depends. I'm very privileged to be able to be in that position. There's a lot of, yeah. Okay, whereas like it's almost like a, arguably it's a selfish position, but it's a privileged position that I'm kind, you know, on the rise. Yes, that's actually, like, it sounds so pretentious to say that, but you're so fucking right. Being here is dangerous. Most of the time, I agree with you. The problem is, it feels like, it's like, I don't know. I agree with you most of the time, but maybe I'm just old. I'm getting old. There's a difference between like researching on a topic and reading the daily news with, like, you know what I mean, if you know what I mean. Like, it's, you know, I think this is pretty like equal to all playing fields as well. If you're out there taking action, fucking on whatever you believe, more power to you. I respect the fuck out of that. Yeah, and it's such like, it's, you know, like, I always say I consider myself someone who is like particularly dumb. I don't think of myself as particularly smart, right? I think I lean more dumb than smart. You know, it's bad when someone who is stupid is like, I sadly think that anti-intellectualism is on the rise. Like, that's like, bro, that's fucking crazy. Like, I'm dumb and I'm like, wait a minute, guys, like, I'm dumb, so I like to listen to the smart people. That's my take. But a lot of other dumb people are like, I'm actually smarter. I'm dumb, but I'm smarter than the smart people. Therefore, like, and it's like, bro, one of the smartest things you can do is know that you're dumb and be like, I'm just gonna listen to the experts, you know? I'm gonna trust people whose lives revolve around this topic versus, you know, I don't know, it's crazy. This is so, yeah. Human minds are not built to receive this. I think we're all overstimulated for sure. As someone who, like, I've kind of like being overstimulated. It's a lot, man. Morally, I couldn't agree with you more, BT Bandit. I couldn't agree with you more. Pragmatically, it's not something that we can all take on every day, if that makes sense. When I was younger, especially, Bandit, I agree with you so much. When I was younger. Now that, like, but we reach a point where it's like, which is not, you know, that's where people are. Maybe, I don't know. Video glorification era, it kind of is, and the beauty is, it will come to the, what's the edgy Batman quote? Like, it will, don't worry guys, it will come to an end. It's just, this is just a weird period in society right now. It will pass, okay? And all we can do is hang out, talk to each other, stay sane, you know, be the really boring, I'm gonna sound super dumb and like a nerd and like a fucking hippie, okay? But it is more important than ever to just be nice to the people that you interact with, control what you can control, and just be nice to the people that you interact with one-on-one, you know? No, I even agree with your, like, BT, I think you're spitting to something very, like, don't get me wrong, you know, like, I get it. The night is darkest just before the dawn. I kind of feel like that's, you know, I feel like 2025 kicked a lot of people's asses, myself included. My ass was fucking beat to shit in 2025. My shit is fucking raw still, okay? But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful, okay? The dawn is coming. Giga Chad. Rather than hate, yeah. It hasn't felt like that. Maybe, I don't know. That's so depressing, but you know, it's rocked my shit. I feel like so many, I just witnessed so many people get the short end of just bad luck. Like, I swear, the amount of bad luck I saw, or just like, it's crazy, man. End of 2025. I feel like so many people were just going through it, and it's a good reminder, like, it's a good reminder so I don't feel too special, and I don't feel like, oh man, like, why is life being so mean to me? It's being fucking mean to like, that's like the real, like, 2025 was not my year. Like, and that's okay. Like, that's, you know, like, every year can't be a W year. For every single L year that we tank, you actually build up you build up resistances and you build up strength power. What's like a every single L year you're gaining EVs for future years. Okay, like if you taking an L year is like losing a PvP match in PokeMMO. You actually learn more, even though it's really painful and really hard and frustrating. You learn more from the L years, and you'll be able to win more games, aka have more W years in the future. So like that's the realist shit, you know. And it's hard to remember that when you're in the shitstorm, but once the shitstorm is over and you can shower yourself off, you're gonna be like, holy fuck, I'm so happy to be here, you know. The gamer brain. Hey, sometimes you need a little gamer brain to get through depression. You know, like sometimes that's the meme, dude. I'm not getting installed. Hey, sometimes you do, man, you know. So this is time to add. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I'm hoping, man. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. I need to evolve, bro. At least hopefully 22. Yeah, dude, wait, that's take the wins where you can get them, you know. Of all moons. Fucking yes, Bandit. Much love to you, man. That's much fucking love to you, man. Like, and like weirdly, my stream, if my stream is your, like, that's, I try to have my stream be that for some people, you know. I think that's like, everybody's at different parts of their life. Like, if we can just come together and just be, if you've been in my community, you know, we have disagreements, we have, you know, we have tons of shit, right? Like, we fight, we have disagreements, we have, you know, we're open to all types of feelings. I don't like positive vibes only communities. To me, it just comes off as too fake, and it comes off as not allowing yourself to experience all of the human, we experience all of the human emotions here, okay? But by God, if we don't try to fucking at least try to be positive, you know, at least try to not even be positive, but just be nice to each other. I just not even, you don't have to be like that nice. You don't have to be like, you know, you have to just be like not a dick. I guess maybe that's the, you don't even gotta be that nice. You just like, you just don't be a dick. Like that's we can really like lower the bar over and over and over, you know, like just don't hurt people on purpose. That might actually be where the bar is at. Like, we're all gonna hurt people accidentally and make mistakes in the moment. Just don't premeditatively, just don't hurt people on purpose. That might be where we're at, you know. Just keep thinking the dopamine, dude, for sure. I am doing I did not do dry January. I'm doing sober February to try to sober up. Caffeine doesn't count. I know everybody has different, feel free to have different opinions, blah blah blah. I am gonna be fucking off the caffeine goop. But I am doing sober February to hopefully help with my mental health. If you guys want to do it alongside me, fucking hell yeah, you know. If not, I get it. You know, different times, different parts of your life, yada yada yada. There has been a Twitch Plays PokeMMO. I love this question. Has there ever been a Twitch Plays PokeMMO? Yes, there has been a Twitch Plays PokeMMO. It's for a few years. There actually is a rule in the PokeMMO like FAQ, like in the rule book of PokeMMO. There's literally a stipulation that says, hey, the only bot that we allow is the Twitch Plays PokeMMO bot. So you actually can use a bot if it's like, you know, to play Pokemon or whatever. That's very specific. I recommend reaching out to the devs ahead of time if you go to create that account though, and make sure you're streaming it live and, you know, name it something like that. Makes it pretty obvious. Like, don't risk it, but you should be able to run a Twitch Plays Pokemon bot in Pokemon. Just funny, I think it's funny there is a specific rule stipulation for the fact that they thought of that is very cool to me. Dude, I respect that a ton. Like it's not always, you know, hard substances. Sometimes like sugar, like obviously, you know, like I think I have like too much salt in my diet, and I wonder if that raises my heartbeat and like makes me a little more anxious. Like there are like, but I'm gonna start with just no alcohol, no THC. That's my start, and then we're gonna see how it goes. The bare minimum. Yeah, no, it's very funny, Ubero. No, I'm really lucky. I don't feel like I have substance abuse problems. Very luckily, you know, I know a lot of people, and I grew up, you know, I have family members. I've had a lot of people in my life who have had that problem, right? I'm lucky to not have to. I don't know. People like me are prone to that, but I luckily have not had substance abuse problems, right? My mom's job was literally directly next to the what's it called? The clinic, the clinic growing up. Like, I'm very used to being around people with substance abuse problems. But I luckily have never had that problem, but I do, but like, even though I've never had like an addiction problem, sometimes it's just nice to detox. Like, even if you don't have or if you don't think, like, I think it's good, like, even if you don't think you have a problem, I think doing once a year, I think detoxing is really good. And if you need to be all, like, I respect, so people are fucking all, I respect it a ton, dude. No, I get it, Toaster. I respect it. If it, a lot of belief about metal already drink that, yeah, maybe once again the salt thing is like an inner feeling. I don't know if it's actually, like, I don't know if there's any like truth to it. That's why I appreciate the fact check. I don't, yeah. Doesn't you're good? It is actually. I need to jump on that. Like, it has to be a top priority, Lux. It's crazy, like, how much, guys, it turns out moving your body makes you a little happier. What the hell? Like, yeah, I have to, like, I'm gonna work on trying to make that like a top priority. But anyways, once again, but the problem is, another one of my therapist constantly tells me, one of my biggest problems is that I constantly worry about how to improve. So the meme is like, the meme is like, I'm literally doing that, but hopefully to solve other problems. But then I also have this, it's like, it's kind of ironic, right? It's like an ironic meme of like, yeah. Good for you, BVT. Hell yeah. I started it like two days ago as well. So I'm, yeah, similar. I started running. Dude, once again, like, running in the morning is just like so good. It's so good. Hell yeah. What's this is a dumb, sorry for the, what's PNW? PNW. Pacific Northwest. God, I never heard that phrase. Washington, Oregon, Idaho. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, hell yeah. There you go. Mountainous areas. It's so bad. It's a good, like, a big part of my street, like, we're fucking humans. I'm not, like, if I ever, sometimes when people hear me talking about how to improve myself so much, they think that I'm some, like, egotistical, like, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, I'm so fucking fucked up and flawed that I'm just trying my, but, like, it's one of those things. Yeah, like, yeah. And, like, another thing that I think I need to, once again, like, I'm literally talking about how I need to improve and all these things, blah, blah, blah. While I have a problem with worrying about improving too much, but another problem that I think I myself have, and I'm sure a lot of us have, is there are certain problems in our life that we probably should just acknowledge that we're never going to fix. And I think that's actually like a really therapeutic, cathartic, like, not to give up. Like, if one day, if you can't work on it, sure. But, like, there are plenty of, like, you just can't do everything. Like, there is going to be, like, no human that's, like, financially secure, in a loving relationship, eight-pack abs, like you have to, like, pick and choose, like, humans are only capable of so much, like, you gotta, like, prioritize certain things, there's only so many hours in the day, Haven't met me, Pat. True to buy. Well, actually, Mr. Streamer, I might be the exception. True. Based. Yeah, we've all got vices. We've all got, dude. All I can say is much love to you, and I hope you never. I don't want people to feel. I hate the feeling of, like, people feeling judged. Like, it's a huge problem with people who vape, smoke, obesity. Like, I'm large, right? Fat. Like, people that have these problems constantly feel like guilt and shame and judgment, where, like, that doesn't help you normally solve the problem. Anyways, we're just rambling, but, like, just, yeah. Anyways, that's fucking beautiful. Dude, I love mountains. I love snow. I love both of those things, Bandit. Hell yeah, dude. Dude, I grew up in Maryland, and I grew up in a part of Maryland where I could look out of my, like, English class in, like, 7th grade and fucking see mountains. Like, and I always say I didn't appreciate it. I look back now and I'm like, dude, what a fucking privilege. Like, my view from my classrooms was fucking gorgeous growing up, and I didn't appreciate it until now. I'm older, and I look back and I'm like, dude, that was fucking gorgeous. Like, god damn, you know. All right. All right, a lot of yapping done and a little bit of a gym rerun done. Thank you for the raid as well, Mewtwo. Up to 1,779,000, so almost up to that 1.8 mil mark, which was what I expected. Now, I am going to actually, is it nighttime? It is nighttime in game. I'm going to go start farming Dittos over in Johto, get myself some good IV Pokemon. I honestly have to be a little careful. I don't want to farm, part of me doesn't want to farm too many Dittos, so I run out of PC space, but at the same time, Dittos can actually help me clear up my PC space if I actually can combine them with the right Pokemon and get the right like combinations of IVs. So I want to be a little careful, but also like I don't know, it's hard to go wrong with Dittos. We're gonna go get prepped. I have not Ditto farmed in quite a while. We're gonna get prepared for that, and I will be using dust balls for today's little adventure. Not these ones. These ones over here. You look different. What's up? Happy to have you. What's up? Again for the raid, dude. Y'all are from Twilight Country. I'm jealous. That being the... You're from where Twilight was filmed? Oh, fuck. I'm so jealous. That's amazing. Yo, what's up, Vin? How you doing? Smeargle. Safety goggles, Smeargle. I'm excited to have a chance for... What's it called? Okay, I will say, due to the problem, okay, I will say, Shiny Wars coming up, it's really far. I guess, would you mean like, well, is Team Mr. Shiny Wars? That might be happening, to be fair. When's that? Good Team Shiny War? What's Shiny Wars? If you actually don't know, Shiny Wars is like the Super Bowl of shiny hunting, but it's that, the official Shiny War comes up in like July. It's pretty far, or like August. Dude, yeah, Gingermat is crazy. What's up, Austin? How you doing, dude? I can't. It is. I know it sounds silly. Hey, everybody's got their own, you know. Imagine if I said like the Super Bowl of knitting, right? Like that's cool. Like I get it's funny. I get it. You know, shiny hunting on the surface is. It's all perspective. You can view it as nerds sitting inside running back and forth on their computer, or you can view it as someone grinding for something they are passionate about and care about and putting their all and their effort into. I always say the older I get, the more I'm just like, it doesn't really matter what you're passionate about as long as you're passionate about something, you know. I don't care if you want to be the best basket weaver in the world, the best crocheter, the best 4-leaf clover collector. Like I don't care. Like it does not matter to me. I want people to be passionate about things, and I think that's what a lot of people consider to be the lot of philosophers agree to be the true meaning of life. But anyways, we're gonna okay, let me get special jazz. Yeah, we'll sell out like a Coliseum like tickets. Yeah, but I get it. There are like I get it, man. It's funny on like when someone says like, when people ask, I almost want to make a video called like why shiny hunt. When people ask why shiny hunt, I fucking get it. I'm not like I'm not so far removed from reality to where I'm like, you guys just don't understand why you'd want to run back and forth, look for a different virtual colored monster. It's obviously so amazing. Like I love it, but if you don't get it, I totally like it makes total sense, you know? Like it's one of those things, like it's just one of those, you know, some things are strange on the surface, and when you start to look a little bit deeper and learn more about them, and just when you see, it's hard when you see someone like really care about something, passionate, like you start to understand. I don't know, you know? Okay. Let me I need to head over to the spot though. I'm running out of time. There's only so much nighttime in game. I actually need to get to the spot like kind of quickly-ish. I need waterfall. That's so weird. I guess this is waterfall, sure, whatever. The odds of no one getting a shiny in the whole event is like, it's like basically not possible. Now there are like, for example, I've single encountered for an entire shiny wars, and when you do that, you like hunt 16 hours a day, you end up getting like, what's the math? Like 16 times 7, 112 hours, right? Times 300 encounters an hour. It's a little over 30k. Or wait, I did that math entirely wrong. 112 times 300, not, yeah. So yeah, if you single encounter for the full shiny war, it's like 50-50 on whether or not you get, you know, you like, I have done, I think 2 or 3 shiny wars where I've single encountered the entire time, you know, and ended up dry, and that hurts. It definitely hurts to shunt 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, and not get anything, but that's fucking life. That's shiny, you know. I love shiny hunting. Really teaches you a lot about life and about how, like, shiny hunting is all about doing what you can control to increase your odds, right? Clicking fast enough and being consistently efficient over long periods of time, popping shiny charms, popping donor status, using your lures, using illuminate Pokemon, using whatever strategies you possibly get, egg hatching at the same time, you know, like whatever, fossils, like whatever you can, right? It's about maximizing your odds and your chances while also acknowledging that a large part of it is out of your control, right? And it's about taking what you can control. Shut up, Brits on top, Brits on bottom. It's about acknowledging the things you can control. And yeah, I do think like shunning teaches you about life, which I know is cheesy, but like a small part of it. Like I think the same way like RuneScape teaches you, like, I think, you know, it's beautiful. I think I do have a hit. I do have a hit on top. I forget if it's for, it might be for, I don't know what it's for. I don't remember. G-Stroms. Did I get a Hitmon top? Was it my PvP reward? I think it might have been a PvP reward from like playing or OU or randoms. I'm not sure. I forget what I forget. I'll have to go see at some point. Yeah, that is, yes. We have, that'll be crazy, Kaido. True. Let's get right now. Dude, hey, everybody, I get it, man. I just popped a match repel. That was a mistake. Whoopsie. I appreciate someone who, like, there are people who earnestly ask, like, hey, I just don't understand, like, why you enjoy, could you try to explain it to me? And, like, you know, there are people who earnestly ask that, and I love those people. Those people are, like, actually just, like, open-minded trying to learn. And then there are some people who are like, why would you waste, you know, blah, 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 thousands of hours of your life, blah, blah, blah. And I think most of us, when we reach the age of 19, you come to realize, like, most of our time here spent on Earth, like, is just the peak. Most of our time here spent on Earth is, like, useless to a degree. When you think, when you reflect on death and you reflect on like life and you get philosophical, you realize a large part of our meaning here is just to spend our time having fun, enjoying our time, and like being nice to others. Like when you really boil it down, and not that I'm not educated, I'm not like experienced in the field, but from what I understand from what I hear from others, is that in philosophy there's a big debate over whether or not immortality is a good or bad thing, and it's not, there's no answer. It's like a debated thing, right? And the main debate, one of the main talking points of whether or not immortality is a good or bad thing, comes down to categorical desires, which philosophers not usually, from what I understand, some philosophers base the meaning of life to categorical desires. And categorical desires is basically just a fancy word. Categorical desires, it's hard for me to say. It's basically a fancy word for passions, hobbies, and interests, but it can also include more broader topics, things like socializing, just being like a social butterfly. I think often people discredit that as like a reason to live in a categorical desire, right? Like caring about, it really just comes down to caring about things in your passions. Categorical, let me get the exact definition. Categorical desires are introduced by Bernard Williams, who's a philosopher, are profound, future-oriented desires that give an individual a reason to continue living. Distinguishing themselves, so there are conditional desires, which are just like eating when hungry, breathing, yada yada, right? But like categorical desires include things like projects, raising children, traveling, you know, basically any sort of like long-term hobby, passion, or interest, right? And like, yeah, it's like a pursuit of passion, right? So I always say, like, it doesn't, like, most philosophers, from my understanding, agree where, like, it doesn't really matter what that desire is. It doesn't matter if it's, you want to be the best basket weaver in the world, doesn't, you know, whatever it is. It's just having one of those desires is so important, you know, and just pursuing your genuine one is so important.
I just wish you knew.
I use the super strings. I have not run into that issue. I'm sorry to hear you're having that, you know. The main benefit to farming Dittos here is just for having that legendary chance. That's mostly it. Right, here is our first Ditto caught during the Iron Man Ditto catching farming process. This is our first. We have to catch 15. We want to make sure that we try to catch 15 before it becomes daytime in game. That'll be pretty important. This will probably just be a shitto. I did release all of my rares, so I'm gonna have to catch some new rares to actually consume these Dittos. The main thing I'm also here for is just hoping and fishing for that rare Suicune chance. It should be about 1 in 5,000 or so. I'm actually gonna start a trip. You know what? That'll be a good thing to do over on the encounter counter. We'll start a trip. We can go ahead and track how many encounters we get towards that Suicune, hopefully. And the Suicune is the last roaming legendary I need on the Iron Man account to have all of them. That would be a really cool tier 3 goal to complete. Okay, I need to quickly, give me one sec. I need to quickly sort through and see what clips are Iron Man, what clips are stream recap. I think this is Iron Man. Oh no! There's no audio in this clip. No! What? Something's wrong. No, you guys can hear me in the stream, right? You guys can hear me in the stream? Oh, I knew my OBS settings. No, 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 no. Pepe laugh. Oh, fuck me. Oh, that's so sad. Okay. Oh, that's so sad. Okay, give me one sec. This stream recap will be lost to time. God damn it. Oh, whatever. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Not the end of the world. All right, we are done. Yeah, fuck. Okay. Damn. Okay. Damn. I did all that recording for nothing. That sucks. Whatever. It is. I was still here for the stream. This will be. Hey, everybody here who witnessed this stream, it's all secret memes. There you go. That's the reality of it. Oh, that sucks, man. Okay, that's okay. You know, worst case scenario. Oh, fuck. I feel bad for everybody. Okay. Damn. The lost SpongeBob type shit. Damn it, man. That's okay. It is what it is. That's crazy, though. My OBS settings got fucked around. I need to go adjust them after the stream. Voice dub. Yeah, I don't think I can voice over. It's too much to voice over, I think, but I could be wrong. That's okay. Lost media, yeah. So the whole stream recap is just scuffed. Damn it. Do a cursed voiceover. There's just too much yapping. I literally talk too much. Oh, man. Okay, well, whatever. It's not the end of the world. Honestly, I'm so behind on videos that maybe it's fine. Like, I'm actually I have so many videos to upload that I haven't been able to, like, schedule. It's probably fine, honestly. Okay, I do need to go. I'm getting really warm. I'm gonna go quick stretch break, check my thermostat, turn my fan on. I'm gonna grab a little snack. I will see you guys in like 3 minutes, okay? I will BRB. Go grab your stretch break while you can. Go get some water. Take the break while we can. I'll see you guys in 2 minutes for the secret meme stream. Now, this stream will only ever be, you know, for those watching right now. So I'll see you guys in a quick sec.
between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits, you can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been finding ways to get away, to see you again, see you again. We got millions of reasons to let it all go. Hope we're not too broken. I know I'm not always strong. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been finding ways to get away, to see you again, see you again.
Alrighty. Woo. What's up, fellas? Thank you for your patience. Job interview tomorrow. Dude, good luck, man. Just be rizful. Just be chill. Hell yeah, dude. Good luck to you, man. Alright. Alright. Unfortunately, stream recap 465 will be lost to time, but that's okay. I think I'll just recover. What I'll end up doing is I'll probably just end up recovering all the same stuff tomorrow. So if you watch this stream live, my apologies, but I probably will be showing like all like the shinies, like probably all again tomorrow. The achievement showcase. That's my fault. I'll have to fix it. How many sugars in your water, Pat? Thankfully, I don't have the urge to put sugar in my water. You know, I'm lucky, I guess, in that way. Just ice and tap water. All right. Let me not have the trip actually be there, because people are gonna come in and be like, oh, what was the last shiny you got? It was nothing. It's just my trip. Let me do this. There we go. I don't want to bait people. No water seasoning. I know. I'm just raw dogging it, bro. Ugh. No garlic powder. No salt. No Mio Geo. What are they? Actually, what are those called? No Crystal Light. I kind of, yeah, fuck, that's a funny way to put it. I kind of am forcing a deja vu. Now I can't tell if you're serious or, yeah, goddamn it, what Wasatir, what's up, man? No seasoning? I know, dude, unbelievable. It's funny, okay, I don't have to catch that many. I think before I had 30 rares, and it's way too much. I think just doing like 8 rares on an Ironman account might be the strat. Oh fuck, sorry. Yeah, I appreciate it, Wasati. I know, I appreciate it. I'm currently up to like 46,000. I've thought that this, I have thought that this hunt was gonna go dry for a while though, so I'm not too worried about it. I think this will end up being like a 70 or 80k encounter hunt. I'm okay with that. I appreciate it, Nick Shark. What's up? And well, yeah, thank you guys. I needed a fucking haircut so bad for so long. I just delayed it so much. I'm just glad I finally got one. It's not amazing. It'll grow out. It'll be look a bit more even as it grows, but that's okay. I just like getting it cut. I like getting it cut short when I get it cut, because then it can just be short and then grow, you know. My sweet tea. A sweet tea is that is hummingbird food for humans. Sweet tea is so good. That was one of one of my grandmas growing up. Holy fuck. The grandma on my dad's side who grew up on a farm her whole life and ran a farm her whole life, she would put so much sugar in her sweet tea. Holy dude. And I look back and I'm like, no wonder it was so good. It would also be like, she would also make like 4 smaller pitchers of sweet tea. Hey, I appreciate it, Wasn't dude. She would make like the pitchers wouldn't be like a giant. It would be like pitchers like almost the size of my water cup, probably a little bit like wider at the, you know, keep this with all the way down, but like a smaller pitcher overall. She'd make like a bunch of different ones. She easily made like, I feel like she made like 2 batches of tea a day. That was like with 4. She probably made 8 pitchers of tea a day. Like iced tea, dude. It's fucking crazy. And she would do like if this, let's say this is the pitcher of iced tea, she would fill it up to like here with sugar. Like it was fucking crazy. I was raised on unsweetened tea. I was raised on the sweetest tea that like insane, like absolute diabetes, like liquid, like it's, you know, but it was fucking delicious. And it was for people who like worked on the farm all day and then like came home, or like they're out literally in the fields tending to the cows, the pigs, whatever, or like usually throwing around hay bales and shit. But like it literally was like a source of energy that they would burn through or some shit. So I don't fucking know. I sit on my ass all day, so I can't be drinking sweet tea like that, you know. Whew. I don't think I've ever had a sweet tea. Sweet tea is so good. Like it's so, but it's like not, the sweeter it is, the better it is, but the unhealthy, you know, it's not healthy. You can have like mildly sweet tea, or like artificial, like sweet, what's it called, Splenda or whatever, you know. Sweet tea is great. Sweet tea is, I love it. I should just drink more tea, and tea is great, man. Streamers a free play patch. True. Just run streets or Hail Mary. Just do whatever. Okay, finally our first 1x31. I'll take it. Looking for you, a little agave syrup. Okay, your own little custom recipe. You're like, yup, it's so sweet that so sweet that there's like little pellets of sugar that, that's, yup, wow. It feels like, yup, like sand in your tea. It's crazy, man. Good for you, fam. Hell yeah. Whatever works. I'm feeling, you guys are making me feel good today, man. I might go to the gym after today's stream. If I can end stream early enough before my wife gets home, I feel like going to the gym and doing the treadmill. What I want to start doing, I want to start watching movies on my phone at the gym, and I feel like that would be goated. Sorry, one second. Just quick Discord DM. What's like a here? All right, one sec. It's okay. Good Discord DMs. No, nothing to worry about, which is good. Incline walk. Yes, I'm a big incline Andy. I am the incline 8 3.2. Wait, do you want to know? Wait, okay. I feel like I'm actually a psycho in the gym. I just don't go to the gym, which probably makes it easier to be a right. When I go to the gym, I do incline. They have a incline at my gym is either the max is either 12 or 14. It's pretty. I do max incline, which is either 12 or 14, and then I usually do like I'll do 3 to 3.5. Yeah, I'm very very similar G-Stroms. Like I'll go up and down between 3 to 3.5 miles per hour at like 12 to 14 incline, and that shit fucking cooks me, and that's what I want, you know. Like I'm gonna watch a movie the whole time. I probably should lower it or whatever, but I'm an incline Andy for sure. Incline Andy at the gym. It feels like a nice efficient workout. Plus you can like, it's easier to watch stuff, like watch YouTube or some shit on at like you're doing a slower speed on incline versus if you're like fucking sprinting. Shout out to those who fucking sprint on the treadmill. I respect it, dude. My big ass could never. I fucking respect it. Unironically, like play Pokemon on the treadmill like you're kind of spitting. It's Suicune and Johto, and then what's the... Is it Moltres Kanto? Let me double check. Yes, Moltres Suicune. My knees hurt, dude. I respect those. I like seeing it. It's cool. I just not for me, dude. I've literally done shit like that. I just pressed the wrong one. You're on, dude. I have done shit like that while playing a similar game to a streamer. That's such a fucking real experience. Do you like Marvel? I've been starting to watch the series of Perfect New Avengers. Do I like Marvel? I think of Marvel the same way I think of a lot of the big franchises. To be fair, I might have changed my opinion on Lord of the Rings because I watched. When I think of like Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Harry Potter, Marvel, to me they're all kind of fine to good. I don't really love any of them. I might love Lord of the Rings. I recently watched all of the Lord of the Rings in theaters, all the extended editions. It was a really fucking like that experience of watching them on theater was great. Kaito, I'm fucked. Oh, my fucking stream recap is broken. I did watch Iron Lung in theaters last night. I really enjoyed it. It has some massive flaws, but it's like I want to do like a whole clip talking about it, but I want to save it for tomorrow's stream recap. I can't believe my audio settings are fucked up. Ugh, god damn it. If you look up Ditto, I have a guide for it, Noah. Ditto farming guide PokeMMO 2025. Is this the one? Let me check. I do safety goggles, Smeargle. I believe this video covers the. There you go.
So maybe that's just a sort of anecdotal thing. I'm curious to see people's own catch rate.
Dude, I feel like people were critiquing. So let me also qualify. I have never watched a Markiplier video on my own. I've watched like a few with my wife. Like she liked watching him growing up. I literally never watched Markiplier growing up. Not a slight towards him. I just didn't, right? For whatever reason. I don't know. I never really watched big YouTubers. I never watched PewDiePie. I never watched Markiplier. I didn't watch many big YouTubers growing up, you know? I preferred always smaller content creators. Maybe I was more personal, whatever, right? So the point is I have no attachment to Markiplier. I'm not biased in any way, right? His acting is really good. You know, that's my PS2 SSX Tricky, the best retro of all time. But I thought his acting was really good. What else? I thought his acting was really good. I thought the visuals are one of a kind. If you don't know, Markiplier's Iron Lung movie, I think it now has the Guinness World Record for most fake blood used in a movie. I believe that he had to go to the hospital a few times during recordings or during filming because he got like too much fake blood in his eyes or some shit. Dude, there was some crazy stories about the making of it. And the Iron Lung is really interesting. My wife gave it a 5 out of 10. I gave it a 7 out of 10. is the TLDR. It's very interesting. Yes, the sound, I couldn't agree. The sound design, yes, that was. Did you read my review, Kaito? Because you're literally spitting the same, like, yeah. In my review of Iron Lung, I said that the soundtrack and audio design is like one of the most underrated parts of the film. So there is some awkward overlap, but the amount, like, Iron Lung is an atmosphere movie. It is absolutely an atmospheric vibe movie. I don't know. The real problem with Iron Lung is the plot and the storytelling. The entire movie is just a vague post, and that's what bothers me. Like, I never played the game. I don't know the source material. It's such a vague post. Like the whole. It's so like, which is just not. It's there's not enough payoff and stuff. You know. Right. You work in a theater? Wait, that's fucking cool, dude. Dude, it was like, dude, it was like, it was. I think it was somewhere between. They guesstimated it was somewhere between like 80,000 and like 300,000 liters. I don't know what of like fake blood. It was so crazy. Complex story. It is, but it's also just like it's just once again. I think it's too like they don't explain enough. Like, and me and my wife went home and watched like Iron Lung explained videos, and I wish they explained a lot. I wish they explained a lot of that in the movie. But even the game itself is very vague post, you know. The hell is a leader? Hell yeah, brother. Iron Lung is definitely worth the watch in my opinion but like you have to expect an atmospheric visual movie as opposed to like the story is not that great in my opinion. Sadly, the story is good, but they don't give you enough of it is the sad thing, right? In my opinion, I give it a 7 out of 10. My wife gave it a 5 out of 10. The story is definitely the way the story is told is probably the weakest point of the movie, but it's very, very interesting, man. PvP tournament when? I have done one PvP tournament on an Ironman account, and what happened was tragic. I have a video of it coming up. It's been scheduled. It was forever ago. It's in my. If you watch my Ironman series, it's in my Ironman series. I love to go back for it. I love to try it. Pretty sick. Is it a 40-minute? I didn't know that. That's pretty crazy. I don't know the game. That's nuts. The game itself seems beautiful. Like the whole thing. I love I love old like PS1 graphic style horror games. I think that is like the PS1 graphics are the best graphics for horror games. I don't think it's I think people are coming around. I don't think it's a hot take anymore. I think people are coming around to that, you know? Last tournament, yeah. I don't want to spoil anything, but it sucked. What happened? It was such a bummer. Yeah. I believe in you. Is there a PvP tournament today? Let's see. I don't even have a UU team. It's a UU. I don't even fucking have a UU team. Nor have I ever. Not only have I not played UU, I don't even have a UU team. But I love that you believe in me. You know, I appreciate that. I do. Focus Center. I haven't farmed it enough. No, I don't know, man, to be honest with you. Depends on which spot you're at, you know? Depends on which spot you're at. It depends on how many you can have multiple smear goals and stay here forever, right? You can use, yeah. Depends on what you want to do. I have not farmed a ton of I'm just chilling, you know. I have farmed a ton of Dittos in the past, but things have changed a lot. I'm no Ditto farming expert. I just do it on the Ironman account. I'm also not here for profit. I'm on the Ironman account, right? So it's really cool he made that story, you know, out of like an indie developer's like no, sorry I missed this, Great Scott. Sorry for long time, but I saw your video on the economy of the game and you brought up a great point about how Pokemon doesn't have high alchemy sync like ours does. Would you ever promote the idea of adding an NPC that takes your 31 IV Pokemon? This is a high alch. So I'm not opposed to it. It's a little sad to me, Scott, because I view that as like a cop-out almost. Like I'd rather like in old school RuneScape, you have, how do I describe this? In old school RuneScape, you have linear gear progression where like once you get past the rune plate body, you're never going back to it, right? But in PokeMMO, with the 31 attack IV, literally every physical attacking Pokemon needs that stat. Like you don't have the same problem. So I think the high alchemy thing makes sense in RuneScape because it's like a last resort. It's what they like have to do kind of, or else everything would just reach 0. But in PokeMMO, like IVs should be valuable because you can transfer them over to any, like the breeding system should be what takes care of that. I think balance in the game, we've had that balance in the amount of people who were like, yeah, but it'll never reach that point. And I'm like, bro, you obviously have played the game for like less than 2 years. We literally were at that point like 3 years ago. Like, it's not like we were at the point 3 years ago where the game was very healthy, you know, economically, and like IV Mons had good value, and you know, things like Starmie. Of course, there are always going to be outliers, right? Well, Starmie's not even, so Starmies can have decent value. The real outliers are things like Kangaskhan and Miltanks. Those can be cheap. That's fine because they can't breed other things. That's fine. Kangaskhan's and Miltanks, 5x31 Kangaskhan's and Miltanks can go down in price. That is okay, but it shouldn't be. That's a big difference between a few female-only species being cheap outliers versus the entire economy being dragged down. Like, you know, I think introducing an NPC that just buys IV Mons is kind of a lazy. It's if it comes to it, I'm not opposed to it, but I wouldn't be in favor of it. I mean, there are so many other things we can do before we resort to that. I think it's like there are so many things in PokeMMO that work differently than RuneScape that we have that, you know, we shouldn't have to rely on that personally. It's a great question. It's a very great, nuanced, complicated, you know, and I don't know, this is my opinion, not, you know, this is my opinion, just my opinion. And Starmies usually hold good value because it's a good Pokemon and they're kind of difficult to farm, kind of, right? Obviously they can only be with other Starmies, but that also make like Starmie is like not the best example of a Pokemon that would go cheap. The reason Starmie is so cheap right now is because of the recent event had you catching a ton of them for one of the pieces of content. You know, like I think that was that's another was like an outlier versus the economic norm. But it's a good question. It's a good discussion once again. 40 IV Ditto, huh? Turn the music down a little bit. Is the music loud for you guys, or just maybe it's just me? Like turn it down on my end and turn it back up for you guys, I guess. His song is also just very this song is very wubby, to be fair. Since this stream is not going to have a stream recap because I made an oopsie whoopsie poopsie, if you guys want to go above and support the content, allow streams like this to exist. If you have them available, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, PayPal, Venmo, YouTube memberships, above and beyond support is appreciated. I try to only say it like once or twice a stream, but it does allow me to be here. So thank you guys for your support. Anybody who has, there's already been a few subs this stream, so thank you guys so much. It really makes the difference. Thank you. Kalos and Megas one day feels okay, man. Megas are gonna be like really interesting. I don't know if they'll. I assume, I don't know. Megas are so. I think one day we'll see Gen 6. I don't know. Megas are so coin flip. I don't know how you add Gen 6 without Megas though. It'd be pretty tough because the storyline depends so much on them. I have Voltorb. Yeah, of course. So like, I understand, but like, do we need to implement? I guess what you're saying is how much would you want the NPC to pay? I guess I see what you're saying. Okay. Well, I don't know. I think it's fine for a few mons to just not be worth that much. I have played Pokemon Revolution Online. Yeah, I've played. So ironic. I've played almost every Pokemon MMO that exists. If you look up, I can find you the video. I'm gonna warn you. I'm really not a fan of Pokemon Revolution Online. That is just my personal opinion. Please do not take it as, you know, fact, objective. Like, it's just, in my opinion, as one dumb little gamer, I don't really care for Pro. I think I prefer Poke 1 if we're talking, you know. Here is my video going over my first impression. Not a full review, it's my first impressions of Pro. And I remember, so Pro was a big deal. I remember Pro when it released. Pro was a big deal. And I remember when it released, playing it on release, you know. Here is also, I also have a video called what's the best Pokemon MMO, and this answer has not changed. This is the best, what's the best Pokemon MMO in 2024, but this answer has not changed even in 2026, in my opinion. I think the answer is still the same. Yeah, which it doesn't change very often, you know. Thank you for the kitty pet Jake Spear. That's cool. You can do like the emotes. That's cool. Thank you, Jake, for the bits, man. I appreciate it. interactive bits. I've played Poke1. I've played Pokemon Nexus, or is that what it's called nowadays? It was Pokemon Planet at one point. I've played Poke Nexus. I've played Poke1. I've played Pro. I've played PBO or Pokemon Blaze Online. I've not played Temtem. That's one of the few ones I haven't played. I have played Pokeforce beta tests. I have played PWO or Pokemon World Online way back in the day. I played a lot of I played most Pokemon MMOs. We don't know. It's kind of a gray. I don't like to discuss leaks like that because it can be grounds for taking the stream down. But try to avoid it. Sorry, Toaster. No, dude. I'm a big advocate of, like, I love PokeMMO. I think it's the best Pokemon MMO by far. Please go play the one that's best for you. Just because I think it's the best one does not mean it's the best one for everyone, right? Pokeforce is just kind of in development. They're just working really hard. It's just development. I don't want to say hell. They're in, like, development, like, limbo. I wouldn't say it's development hell quite yet, but they've had some problems for sure. Maybe after, like, if we go like another year or two, maybe I'll start, you know, I'll start saying development hell, but I am hopeful for also cool, so many sprites. I respect it. Like it was really Pro 1 release was really hype, you know. Very much to do. Gotcha. That said, I haven't played Temtem, so I don't know. I have no opinion on it, you know. Yeah, I'm really hopeful for Pokeforce. I really, you know, I think Pokeforce will just be such a different game than PokeMMO. And I feel like that's a really good thing. Like they're not trying to just copy PokeMMO. They're truly making their own original, you know, that's really smart, you know. What's up, Krillin? Thank you, dude. What's up? Yeah, you're too kind. How you doing today? $1,000 RP per 31. Like, maybe, okay. Maybe if there was an NPC that bought any 31 IV Mon for like 2,000 Pokeyen, that would be fine. The problem is, like, I guess how much Pokeyen can you truly get or whatever. If the floor is that low, that's probably fine, you know. I'm ready. There is a fair bit of updates in the Discord and stuff. But a PvP, gotcha. I didn't know that. It's good to hear, MZ. I didn't know that. I haven't heard much about that, you know. That's very fucking nice of you to even consider at all, Toaster. That's like so thoughtful, dude. Can I fucking glaze? Dude? What the fuck has happened? I feel like I've managed to be lucky enough. I feel like I've developed a community that is like so thoughtful. I feel like you guys, like the people, dude. I don't know what the fuck. You guys like really think about me. I don't know. I feel like you really consider my feelings. I'm feeling very grateful. I feel like I have a very considerate community right now. And I fucking thank you guys. I really fucking appreciate it. Anyways, not to glaze you guys too much, because obviously you're cringe. True. Ha. Anyways. We can't say nice things about other men without also weaving in some banter in there. Of course, that's how our emotional patterns work. Of course. Yes, I've done many Ditto farming guides in the past, but it's because like Ditto farming's changed. So talking about like a money making method that has changed. Like Ditto farming might have changed more than like any other money making method in PokeMMO over the past 4 years. I feel like we've seen like 12 different Ditto catching strategies in 4 years. Like every year it's like 3 to 4 different strats. It's crazy. I'm honored to hear that, man. For sure. Whenever I'm always very skeptical when it comes to adding in pure yen generating things in any MMO, right, Vance? However, the reality is, like, luckily PokeMMO does not seem to have PokeMMO does not seem to have an inflation problem at the moment, thankfully. So I am more open to like more Pokeyen generating things because we don't have, but I don't want to go too far to where it becomes you don't want inflation is one of the worst problems to have in an MMO, you know. It sucks. But we have a deflation problem. I always say, where like the cost of goods and services is just getting cheaper and cheaper, which is a problem. Need to feed Raph's Edo. True, true, true. Where's my glaze? Nah, later. Oh, did you actually glaze a viewer, Raph? Do you want me to glaze you? Really mad. Where's my glaze? Okay, let me see. I'll go through your chat history. Raph, I've just never had any problems. Raph is just chill and funny. Raph, I feel like Raph just one of those gamers who like puts his head down and grinds and kind of memes. Raph is a memer in the most positive way. I feel like sometimes memers can play that line and be a little edgy. I feel like he like manages to be funny without needing to even play the line. And I like playing the lines. I get it, you know, not against that. But Raph is just a head down gamer. I don't know. It's hard to, I don't know if it's hard to like, Raph's just chill. I almost don't even have enough to like, I don't have enough to glaze Raph on because Raph is just so, they just type big fan hi emoji, you know. I don't know, they're just like sweet and funny and, you know, game. They just like, it's the ideal fucking chatter, man, you know. Call Raph boring? No, I don't mean I don't mean to call him boring. He has had one timeout, one Mist banned him, which if Mist bans you, it's most likely a meme. if Mist bans you, it's probably because you said something funny or something, you know. Get roasted, ouch. No, I'm not. Fuck. True, true, true. Am I wrong, Mist? Like, yeah, what's up, dude? One of the good memers. He is one of the good memers. That's a great way. Yeah. Also, it's not positive. It is. It literally is. It literally is a glaze. The more people that join the game, the cost for people continuously go down. That's not necessarily how that works, right? So it's and like it's like saying like the more people that are born, the cost of goods and services that will go down. Like no, that's not a direct correlation. It's all supply and demand, right? Obviously, right? When it comes to RP prices, it just comes down to how many people are swiping and how many people are buying RP. Like the how it's a lot of things, I guess. How in demand are the RP items? How good are the vanities from certain events? How willing are people to swipe for like shiny hunts, other things? How willing are people willing to swipe versus the grind in game for those rewards, right? It's not just like it depends who joins, you know. There will be people who join that are whales and willing to swipe, and that could bring down the price of RP. There are also a lot of people that could join that are big grinders who want to just keep their in-game accomplishments separate, who will buy RP. So it's just that it's not inherent of the other. It just depends. It depends who joins the game. Sorry if I actually nerd emoji corrected you too much. I'm so sorry, but it is like an important distinction. Really think redeem stare. If I'm glazing you, it is me telling you what I really think. I've never like you know that I'm pretty terrible, like awful liar. Ooh, 2 times 31 catch. Thank you. Oggies. What's up, Beerletics? I like the name. What's up, dude? How you doing? Do you think an Iron Man would be a bit? I don't recommend an Iron Man usually for someone's first playthrough of PokeMMO. Great question. I think it's better to like. I think an Iron Man is something you move on to after you like run out of things to do or get bored of a main account, in my opinion. I like the insight. I appreciate the discussion. I could be wrong. I'm not, you know, once again, when it comes to economy stuff, I'm not formally educated. All I know is fucking video games. Like I want to, you know, like anyone who took like a fucking economics 101 class in high school is probably more educated than me, you know. Like it's one of those, like I try to be really, really like I'm not trying to ever tell you guys, hey, this is the case, like my way or the highway. It's more of like, here's my view, you know, I try to qualify and keep it as open as possible, but we're on a very aggressive time in the internet where people want to correct and want to fight really hard, you know. I try my best, but it's always gonna happen. 3 buttons, so true. I would recommend, yeah, buy high, sell low, words to live by. Giga Chad. Yeah. Do you think the cost of... It's a great question. Do you think the cost of RP is a good thing, or how the whole kind of market is going? I don't think so, personally. But I don't know. Like, I'd have to think about that more, I think. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that someone's... No, I don't think so. I think it's just one indicator. I don't think it's near, like... Honestly, the price of RP might be the weakest indicator of how the economy is doing. Like the price of 31 IV Dittos, in my opinion, is a much more, like, telling sign. And then what else? Like things like the cost of good IV Mons. I feel like, because RP is just how many people are willing to swipe, which is not really indicative. It's indicative of how willing people are to grind PokeMMO, and that could be indicative of the money-making methods available being weaker, so people being willing to more shortcut to swiping. That, like, it's like a this could be that, you know, but not necessarily. It's one of the, like, I don't want to draw too harsh of conclusions off of, like, it's just a lot of factors. Economies and markets are really fucking complicated. Like almost nothing is black and white when it comes to a market, for my, you know, limited understanding. Like it's almost always a fucking lot of factors, you know. Even just like the time of year, like what time of year it is really matters, you know. For how many people are playing the game and how many people are willing to swipe and all these things, right? I'm not saying that I think it's really important to qualify whenever I talk about a topic. Like, I don't know. I think of the bar for, like, confidently talking on a topic is very high. But I think one of the biggest problems we have in the world right now is people talking out of their depth. And I'm a human. I do it. I still make that mistake, but I try my best to do as little as possible, you know. I'm still gonna do it. I'm not, you know. But I try to talk out of my depth as little as possible. I be talking out my ass, like, in fun little discussions in Discord. Who gives a shit? Like, if you're just talking with the boys, do you really have to qualify every time you speak? Oh yeah, by the way, guys, I'm not formally educated on this topic. Like, no, who fucking gives a shit? But as a content creator and as even like a small streamer, my words do have power, and I really do take responsibility when it comes to, like, I really want to be careful with what I say and what I speak and qualify. Now, sometimes I will, like, say 2 minutes of qualifications, like, hey, I'm not an expert on this, I'm not really sure, these are just my thoughts and opinions, blah blah blah, and then someone will clip all of that out and then just show the clip of me giving my, and that, like, sometimes it does not. If people want to attack you, they will find a way. Like, you know, like, if someone does not like you, I feel like we live in an era of the world right now. And so, okay, when you don't like someone, what you do is or don't like someone or something, you don't interact with them. That's the normal person thing, right? But if you want to critique someone that you don't like or something you don't like, you have to be really careful and really thoughtful and think of positives and negatives. If you have something that you hate, but you can't think of any positives, or like, you probably are so biased, you shouldn't be talking at all, you know. Like, I hate League of Legends. I can still acknowledge that League of Legends probably makes a lot of people happy, and I'm glad people enjoy ARAMs, and, you know, like, there are still positives, you know. Like, it's like a funny duality, Toaster, because it's like I am stupid and I acknowledge that I'm stupid, and therefore, like, that makes me a little bit smarter than other stupid people, but I'm still stupid. You know, like, that's like you know, like, so am I really like that? Nah, I'm still stupid. Like, heck W. Yeah. A lot of people right now will jump through every, like, if someone likes something or dislikes something right now, it's like very black and white, where they will jump through every mental hoop. They will make every, like, mental gymnastic possible to, like, if you like something, oh, there could only be positives about it. If you blah blah. And I always say, like, I love PokeMMO. My livelihood depends on PokeMMO. I played the game for 13 years. I love PokeMMO. There are absolutely positives and negatives to PokeMMO. When I talk about the economy, it does not mean that I hate PokeMMO, but I do think there are things to work on and things to respectfully talk about, but not assume malice. It's just, we're in a world of extremes, everybody, it's easier to be extreme. It's easier to to look at things in black and white. And I try to encourage, like, I'm stupid, but I try to encourage slightly more nuanced discussion where we can say, hey, here's the positives, here's the negatives. Literally everything on the planet has positives and negatives. Let's try to view, you know, what's what and blah, blah, blah. Thank you for the sub, Ironic, the tier 1 sub. Hopefully the content has earned that from you. Much love to you, dude. Thank you, man. I hate racism. I mean, that goes into a whole other thing of, like, and I think it's something that I'm trying to work on. Like, I think sometimes I'm too tolerant of intolerance, but I also am just tired of being attacked. So it's like it's tough. My take is, like, I literally want people to have whatever opinion that you can have, whatever opinion you want, as long as your opinion does not disallow others from having an opinion. Does that make sense? So, like, someone who hates, if someone hates, let's say someone hates frogs, right? They hate the animal frogs, right? This is a bad analogy. This is kind of a bad analogy. Let's just say someone, let's just not dumb it down too much. Let's say someone hates someone else of a certain, you know, race or whatever, color, whatever the fuck it is. That person does not, like, they're disallowing and trying to advocate for that person not existing, and that's not okay. Obviously, right? But I think we're kind of losing track of that a little bit, you know, so it's just tough. Like, it's just tough. So, like, you can't allow opinions like that. You can allow them, but, like, it's important to advocate against opinions that don't, and you enter that irony of, like, oh, but if you're against those people, isn't that being against them? Well, no, I'm against those people because their opinions disallow others from feeling safe and existing, right? That's the problem, right? If they didn't have opinions against others, it's, you know, it's fine. You can have pretty much whatever opinion you want as long as you do not, it's like the I guess the hypocrisy of, like, you have to be against people who are against other people, if that makes sense. Don't want them to exist or allow them to exist or whatever. You can't, yeah, it's like, you can't tolerate the intolerant. It's a really weird dichotomy. Yeah, it is. It's nuanced and complicated, you know? Yeah, like, that's, yeah, for exactly, Scott. The amount of conversation, the amount of, like, and it's YouTube comments. I think I should just stop reading YouTube comments. The amount of, like, YouTube comments where I see where it's like, so, even over PokeMMO stuff, right? Like, of someone being like, if you think this way, you're just fucking stupid, or, like, if you don't, the economy is obviously fucking horrible, and if you don't see it that way, like, you just haven't played the game enough. And, but, like, dude, stop. Like, if your opinion is anyone else who disagrees with me just hasn't played the game enough or is stupid, you're so extreme. You're not allowing for any discussion. If your opinion cannot be changed on something, don't even discuss it, because you're just doing the whole world a disservice. Like, I think it's, like, so, I just think it's so dangerous, man. Once again, not to, yeah, because I can. I much love to you, Toaster. I appreciate it. I just try, like, I need to work on, to be fair, I need to work on, I think sometimes I have a problem with worrying about, I worry about others too much. I need to work on myself a little bit more. So let me just, yeah, to rewind all of that and to, like, focus a bit more on myself and to do what I can control. I like talking thought processes, but sometimes when I talk thought processes, people feel attacked personally. I don't want that, but, like, yeah, I don't know. It's just tough. Interpretation, yeah. We just chill. That's where I'm at. But, and then I think to be hopeful, I think we're getting there. I think to be hopeful and optimistic, I think 2025 was a growing period for PokeMMO. I think we saw a lot of extremism in PokeMMO, where, like, you know, but I think we're becoming more open-minded. I think a lot of people got caught up in the extremism of 2025 and then are like, oh shit, myself included, are like, oh fuck, maybe I need to calm down a little bit, you know, like, maybe I'm a little too, like, take your breath, let's calm down, let's, you know, take it step by step. Like, I think a lot of us are having that same realization. Like, we all want what's best for the game, but we have to allow others to have opinion. Like, there's no opinion, I don't know if there's a PokeMMO opinion that's, like, unholdable. This is, like, I don't know, you know. Do you know blood or plasma? I do not. Sorry. I don't know. Nope. It's like the fuck. Why? I don't know, bro. Good question. Why do you not? I don't know. I don't know. I have no answer to that. I have no idea. Venmo seal on mine. My shit's probably not good. I don't know. Can you donate blood if you're really stupid? Yes, you can donate blood regardless of your perceived intelligence. Oh, okay. Shit. Thank you, Google. I don't know, man. It's one of those things. There's a million things, there's a million things to improve on in life. I probably should, but like, I don't know. What am I gonna do, you know? Is afraid of Nevils? I'm actually not afraid of. I used to get my blood drawn a lot growing up because I was always on a cocktail of psych meds growing up. I used to get my blood drawn a ton, probably once a month growing up, to test my shit and see how I was doing. Okay, can you donate blood without fasting? Fuck, that's so selfish. But like, I hated that. That was the worst part of getting my blood drawn and tested growing up, was fucking fasting every time. Yes? Okay, goated. You donate? Fucking okay. Maybe I'm down, you know, maybe I'll look it up, you know. When I get my life figured out and I'm not fucking shaking from anxiety in the afternoon, maybe I'll go donate some blood. Maybe you know what? Maybe donate will help my anxiety. I don't fucking know, bro. Now you've cut your hair, will you wear wigs? Will I wear wigs? When will I wear wigs? Good question. I don't know. Infinite money glitch? I don't even know if I could be wrong. I feel like it's so hard to find a place that pays you to donate. I feel like donate blood in the US is like all free. Not all, I shouldn't say that. And let me call it. This is like my vibe. I don't know. My vibe is that it's very hard to get paid for donating blood in the US, but I could be wrong. Donate plasma, goated. There are things that I can't donate semen because of cuckoo. There are a lot of things I can't do because of my genetic mental what's it called? Genetic mental like exposure? That's not the word I'm thinking of. Plasma. I'm down. You get points but I don't use them. Goated. You get like social points for donating blood. Worth more. Yo, huge. If your genetics are bad. I like that's like so social points. Feeling a good person. Yeah, base. No vouchers or whatever. Disposition. That might be the right word. That might be the right word. Bro, you get skill tree points for Yo, now I'm in. You have to like put it in the mind of a gamer. Yo, you get skill points for donating blood. Sign me up. Like, now I get it. Oh shit, extra XP. It's so stupid. It's one of those things. Like, I guess the best way to say it, should I donate blood and plasma? Probably. I also should do my ditches before they start stinking. And I'm not even doing that, bro. Like, I think there are other my life this winter's been really hard, okay? I gotta fucking take my trash out before, you know, I gotta take care of myself a little bit before I start. And I would love to get to that. Like, I would love to get to a point where I'm stable in my life where I can be. That's fucking awesome. But I'm fucking, yeah. Do we say live? No, why not? It's one of those things, Yeet. I get it. Why not? And I don't think you're being annoying or pushy about it at all. I think you're literally just bringing it up as like a fun discussion topic. But it is one of those things, bro. I gotta fucking vacuum my carpets. My shit is fucking, there's crumbs. I'm living in crumbs. The reassurance. No, it's a good. No, I get, because it's one of those. Yeah, I get it. With it, yeah. No, that's really fucking cute. You know, like live should be donated in blood. It would be a cute. It would be a cute streamathon. Oh, that would be a cute streamathon goal. Like at a certain amount of subs, I go donate. What's the most blood you can give? I go like max donate blood, or like that's actually a good. Because it costs me no money. Like that's such a good, easy, selfless, like not even selfless. I'm fucking virtue signaling. Dick and chat. It's so dumb. Flopping around. What's up, Sender? I've loved, dude, virtue signaling has popped up in my vocab. I love saying that it's very funny. Like, I think it's a good like humility or like to be like, am I to ask yourself, am I fucking virtue signaling? I think it's a funny bit, you know, and it's true. Like, I don't know, like humans do, we all crave being, it's something I talk about a lot, like as a content creator. There's something that a lot of content creators fall victim to. And I wanted to ask my therapist if he has the same problem. If any therapists if any like counselors are in chat, I wonder if you have the same thing. I worry about falling victim to audience capture, which is a big thing that content creators run into, which is all of your opinions reflecting like that of your community. And that it's really easy to fall victim to that because there's literally no, like, there's no, like, it's like how people love getting sucked into like rabbit holes or like echo chambers on the internet. Like if you like just agree with everything your audience says, it earns you more money, you get more views. But I find it, but I have a really hard time doing that because I just am a really bad liar, and I have very strong opinions. You've heard me talk about, you know, everything everywhere all at once, like my movies, Pokemon. Like I've had PokeMMO opinions where the majority of the community has disagreed with me. Like, you know, like, so it's like, I hope that historically I've shown that like I do really just give my honest opinion, and sometimes that catches me a lot of fucking flack, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I think my record shows that I do just share whatever my opinion, whatever it is. There is no like audience capture, like virtue, you know, whatever. But anyway, what was I talking about? What was I? Maybe it's good chat. People over here. Don't say fellow babe. Don't say that, Cinder. What's up, man? Honored to have you though. How are you doing today? What's up? Much love, much love. Fellow Paypiggy here is crazy. Partner plus level 3. Yo, that's kind of goated. I'm not even fucking close to that. I don't think it's awesome. I appreciate it, Eric. A Ruby. Yo, I love. That's awesome. Good luck to you, man. Should I ask like what Pokemon or what species? Can I? Okay. Sorry if you don't. Sorry if I'm like jumping on. You don't know the answer to this. I'm so deadly, and I think I know the answer. Do you have? Can you as someone who plays like maybe you play on like to be fair like increased emulator speed. Anybody that like if there's anybody that single encounter shunts on traditional Pokemon games like Ruby, Fire Red, the old GBA ones, on normal speed, how many encounters do you get per hour? I actually like, it's a number that I really want to know, and I've googled it. I think it's around 200. But I've always talked about like, I believe if you're soft resetting the dude, good luck. That's one of my. I wish there was a soft reset hunt in Pokemon. It's one of the few shunning methods we don't have in PokeMMO, and I love the idea of a reset hunt like that. It sounds so, it's fucked up but fun, you know, like a tough challenge. Oh, you're deep into the hunt. Good luck to you, Eric. That's awesome. Once again, like that's, if I were to ever play a non-PokeMMO Pokemon game, it might be to like soft reset shunt. It seems so interesting to me. That's really cool, man. Good luck. Good luck. I think it's a fun one, yeah. How hard is donating here? Can I donate plasma? Is that easier than... I don't know if I can donate plasma. If you are actively experiencing hallucinations, mania, or severe depression, you will likely not be allowed to donate plasma. Unlucky. Or we could lie. I think the main thing with plasma is just like being able to have informed consent or whatever. The fuck? True. Fuck that. Yeah, we be lying. Dude, it's one of those things. Like, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's funny, man. That's fucking. I fucking love. Hell yeah, Krillin. I fucking love that shit, dude. I respect. Once again, I think I had this. I think when I was 18, I think I did all the research into like what I like. I think I did all this shit when I was 18 and broke as hell. I was like, what can I donate? And I was like, oh yeah, I can't donate plasma, can't donate cum. For blood, the problem is with blood, you don't get paid. I'd be happy to for free once again, like once I get my life in order, but I was like, question mark? Yeah, like that's, dude, yeah, that's damn. It's crazy, yeah. It is weirdly difficult, which makes sense. They want to, you know, you don't want to waste the time and resources, I guess. Fuck yeah. I kind of have the free pass, bro. It's kind of goated. That's a cute like what are all of your, that's a good question, like what are all of your current shunts? I go to Dratini a fair bit and Dragon's Den and Johto. I go to Jigglypuff a fair bit. I go to Route 210 and Sinnoh occasionally if I want a single encounter hunt, or like Petalburg Woods. And then Ditto farming. Like I don't do too many shunts right now on the Ironman account, to be fair. I've been slowly, you know, there's not a whole lot. I would say that's most of them. Great question. How they didn't catch on? I feel like you could, yeah. Based fem. Most donators? I have no idea what my blood type is, to be fair. That's like, I feel like that's one of those things you should fucking know. Isn't like knowing your blood type like actually really important in emergencies? Maybe they could just test me if I ever like get in a fucking car crash or some shit. A lot of morbid discussion today. Sorry for the the donating blood hot topic of the stream. I don't know my blood type, dude. I haven't been to a doctor since I was, I think 16. I don't think I've been to a doctor since I think the last time, that's so American. I think the last time I had a physical, it's fucking funny and true. I believe this is even more hilarious. I think the last time I had a physical was for my intake to juvie. I think that was the last time I went to a doctor, was because you are required to get a physical before going to juvie. I think like that was the last time. Hey, K-Kona, brother. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Healthcare who? Go to the doctor, but I'm not even dying. Over here in America, we wait until a stroke or a heart attack, okay? I'm fine. I'm sorry. Don't do as I say, not as I do. I'm just joking. I went to the doctor last week, guys. Copium. Go to a doctor? I probably will at some point. Whatever, man. Get a fucking nothing. I'm just kidding. Dispensive Pat? No, I'm true. She's informing my biases. Don't go to the doctor, Pat. Based. Was that the shroomish? I think I did like 30 minutes of the shroom. I was like taking off. I was like chilling or whatever Sunday. I think I did like 30 minutes of the shroomish event and was like, I'm bored. I did not do it seriously, but I did a little bit. Yo, Xerix, true. The meme is like my wife's job actually gives us pretty good health insurance. I think the meme is I should go to the doctor. I don't think I have any excuse. Once again, oh, I just ran from my Ditto. Bro, I have bigger problems. I'm running from my Dittos. Fuck. The doctor can wait, boys. I don't know in the US. It might even be free for me. I have no excuse. Like, once again, I'm just an honest individual. Like, everyone has flaws. I don't wash my sheets very often. I don't, I'm behind on dishes. We've all got flaws. I don't go to the doctor. We've all got flaws, okay? I could all be corrected, okay? We could harp on each other. I could tell guys, I could wag my finger. Guys, take your trash out. People will be telling me to go to the doctor, and I should. But meanwhile, they'll be like going to fucking have a smoke break in like 2 minutes. Like, no, I'm not harping on you for that. It's just like a, come on, we got a little, gonna do itself. True. It's a good idea. No, like dude, that also is the most like real, like, Mr. Streamer, please, we care about you. You should go to the doctor at least once a year. Meanwhile, the person in chat typing that, also, I haven't been in 8 years. Like, dude, it's like, humans love to be like, make sure you do this. Meanwhile, like, I get it, That's so fucking funny. That's awesome. I would love, yeah. Hell yeah, Pyro. Hell yeah, dude. Fuck, no, that's, yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, the repels are great here. What did I miss in chat? Let me see. The match, there is a match. I think it's 250. I believe the match amount of GTL listens is 250. True, I should. That's funny. Yo, 2 Mallard, thanks for the 2 months of Prime, dude. I appreciate that, man.
Thanks for the content. Helped me a lot starting the game less than 3.
Dude, it's one of my favorite things to hear, man. I'm just honored to hear that. I'm lucky to hear that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the above and beyond support, man. Much love to you, dude. Very generous of you. I'm allowed to make the content because of the above and beyond support like that. How does it feel being 6'4"? Not very special a lot of the time. I'm gonna be honest. I often like. Once again, I say this all the time. The fucked up thing. I feel short. The fucked up thing. Society has both men and women so fucked up that I'm 6'4" and I feel short. You know, like I don't feel tall enough. Like it's. I always tell the story of like. When I was growing up, thank you for the for the 5 months of subs. It's Maj. I fucking appreciate that. Much love. Thank you, dude. I always tell the story of when I was growing up. I had okay, this is also kind of fucked up. When I was growing up, okay, fam, don't do the dude. How it would be a crazy reveal to be like Patrouski's actually like 5'4". He's been lying the whole time. It would be very, very funny. Think of where are all these subs coming from? Big Benzo. Thank you for the Prime, man. I appreciate that. I hope my content has been fucking helpful to you, dude. Much love to you. I would, dude, if I was 6'4" and I had brothers that were I would lose my fucking mind, Woodchuck. Like that, dude. Much love to you. Like, it's fucked up. Like, okay, growing up, I had a goal height, which number one, that's fucked up because it would be like a girl having like a goal boob size. You can't really control that. Like that's a fucked up. Like you can't have a goal that's like not, you know, like in your, like that's fucked up. It's not healthy, right? As a guy growing up, I had a goal height. Okay, I really wanted to be 6'3". Okay, that was my. I don't know why. That was like I want to be 6'3". Okay. And in like high school, I was like 6'2". Okay, I was almost there, and then I had a growth spurt, a later growth spurt when I was like 18. And I went to like from 6'2" to 6'4" in like a year or a year and a half or so. From that, like I grew a lot from like 18 to 19 and a half. And then what's it called? But now, so now I'm 6'4". So growing up, it's like, oh man, I want to be 6'3". Now I'm 6'4", and I'm like, oh, I should be 6'5" or 6'6", or like. The problem is it's never enough. It's one of the, like, it's the quandary of height is the same thing as the quandary of money. We're like, oh, if I was just paid 60K a year, it would be blah, blah, and then 80K and then 100K, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, bro, like, when's it going to be enough? You know, it's like the human condition of like, it's almost like it's just cooked, you know, like humans kind of just, it's acclimation, you know, like humans, we acclimate to our current situation, and it's one of the most powerful things we do and one of the most damaging things we do. You know, if life is good and you acclimate to that, you get bored and you don't appreciate the fact that you have access to food and water, you know, clean water and a hot shower. Like, you know, it's we take that for granted, right? Because it's just like it's the basic, it's the norm. But for a lot of people in the world, it's not. You know, I want to be 9'9". Hey, good luck to you in your pursuit of your goal height, King. Indeed. I'm above you. I'm above you in multiple respects. Indeed is so crazy. Do you think I do? Sentret looks like Superman, specifically flying. Yes. I'm not even a huge Sentret. Like, I don't dislike Sentret, but I don't love other people. Oh, I'm thinking of Furret. No, Sentret does not look like Superman that much to me. I get where you're coming from. I think Furret is more Superman adjacent to me personally. Good question. Good question. Another sub for Scam Train. I do love calling it Scam Train. Fem, they were the 5 gifted subs. What the hell? Over to Bonus Tan, Mimi Wee, Lust Boo, The Toby, and Max Cooper. What the fuck? Thank you for the, I was for the scam train. Scam train. Hide your wallets. Put your credit cards away. Only subscribe after the scam train is over, because that's what means you. It's like a, you know, it's like a quick sale on the on eBay or some shit. Like wait until it's over. That means you really want it. If you think about it 2 weeks later, hide your wallets, hide your kids, hide your wives, hide your credit card. The scam train is active. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Them. What the fuck? Thank you. It's very fucking. How are you gonna be nice and generous? You can't be both. Pick one. Pick one, fam. You're doing too much. Pick one. Good luck to you, Damager. On okay. Okay, wait a minute. What I miss? What did Tom miss? And then we solved. We found out we can't donate can't donate plasma. Probably can donate blood. I don't even know actually. That's what you missed while you were gone, I think, Tom. That was the main points of discussion. We scammed another one, boys. She dude. She donates blood, plasma, subs. What else? She gifts everything. Wait, pause, huh? What's the here? Can I? Who can't donate blood? What disqualifies donating blood? You can't have chat, stick with me here. Sorry guys, I can't donate blood. Apparently you can't donate if you've engaged in a high risk sexual behavior, and I've been with your mom tons of times. Funny, so get it guys, it's a your mom joke. Funny streamer, good one for the 800th time. That was a great joke. Yes, so funny. Okay, hey yo, what's up? Wait, who rated me? Wait, what was that? What's up, dude? Yes, that's the main. So you can't donate if you have HIV, hepatitis B, or C. Wait. Have sir? I don't think I have. I don't know if I've ever done a STD test. I don't think I have any. I didn't actually sleep with your mom's that. Well, actually, I don't know. Blood cancer, type of behavior, transplants. There's a lot that you can't donate blood if you've had a tattoo or piercing within 6 months. Wow. If you're sick, you can't donate blood. There's a lot. Once again, there's a lot of things that prevent like blood donations, like what's it called, yada yada yada. Alfonsino, ooh, thank you. You don't know your body, but I do know my shiny count. What about you? Sorry, I'm just memeing. Hell yeah, dude. Hoggies, fam. When your viewers true, that would be the real. If I'm like a father, one of my, that'd be the real reveal. The real fucking, that'd be the Maury type shit, crew. I find out you are the father to Flap and Shad. You know, like I find out I'm like, I don't know why that was the first name that came to mind. I find out that I am a fucking father to a viewer, Giga Chad. That'd be fucking based, bro. Hardy hard. That's a good command. Tally. Where are the mods at? What's your shiny count? I don't actually know the exact number. Shut up. I think it's like 56 or something. I don't actually know the across all my accounts. Shut up. Do 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 do. I need to go figure out my audio settings. I am bummed I lost this. I thought this was a good stream recap. I brought MS Paint up for, you know, like for a thing. Let's go catch that the Alpha and Sinnoh. Alpha Houndoom. That's a good dad confirm. Guys, I have no kids. I'm a good dad because I have 0 kids based. A good father of 0. Giga Chad. Do because you're here for us. Aw. That is, dude. I mean, I'm down. Damn train over. Thank you. True. Thank you for the subs, Fen. That was really nice of you. Fuck that it. That is, the timing is beautiful, Woodchuck. Good luck to you, man. Okay. I've got a fair bit of dittos. We're on yet. ... Yet. Okay, what that's true. If you have 0 kids, you're a flawless father. Giga Chad. It's like not starting a game. You're a perfect player. I don't know if that makes sense. Oh, where's my Spinda? Where you at, King? Thank you. Poggies. All right. Okay. Do. If there's a flaw. No, that's not. Wait. Okay. Fuck. Yeah. That. No, I mean, like, it's the same as like when you start. Never mind. I'm not digging my hole any deeper. And like that. Spinda. I mean, no. I love good parents. I love when I was younger, I was a lot more anti-parent. As I've aged, one of those like extreme positions. As you age, you kind of develop, in my opinion. Like, I think if you grow up with shit parents, you're very anti-parent and very anti-having kids, because you know how bad it can be. I think if you're someone who has like very loving parents, and then you run into someone who like hates their parents, you're like, wow, that's so weird. Like, how could you ever hate your parents? Meanwhile, like, you know, some crazy fucking shit happens. So it's just like, everybody's different, and that's one of those things. Like, I love people that have kids. I think parents can be, it's one of the most meaningful things you can do if it's meant for you, but it's not meant for everybody. It's one of those like really cold, really boring positions of like, wow, if you want to have a kid, that's awesome, good luck, I wish, have fun, Poggies, I hope you do an amazing job. If you don't have kids, like, the amount of people I see who judge others for either not wanting to have kids or wanting to have kids, and it's like, bro, like, it just depends on the person. Like, it just depends. Like, I don't know, like, I didn't realize that there were people who judged others for not wanting to have kids until my wife worked with a bit of like older people and more like millennials and even like boomers, and dude, millennials and boomers really will judge you for not having kids, and it's crazy to me. It's like, it would be like if I judged you for like not enjoying PokeMMO. Like, I understand that like it's not the same because the continuation of the species is a more inherent thing, but like, not all of us have that drive. Not all of us have the drive to be a parent, and I think that's okay. It's even like a beautiful thing, I think it's awesome to encourage those that have that drive to pursue it. Hell yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing. But it was too much judgment. I don't know. And I'm, as someone who is judgmental about drives, about power, yeah, pretty much. There you go. You got it. Based. Okay, we stay hungry, we devour. Okay, anyways, with the memes out. Anyways, we solved we solved parenthood, we solved blood donation. What else we solved today, chat? All the problems in the world. Yeah. Anyways, world hunger up next. Yeah, true. What's up, Hawks? Sorry to miss your question for an actual good PokeMMO question for a quick sec. I have a video called 63 things to buy in PokeMMO, and I feel like hopefully that video will be the best. There is so much to spend your money on in PokeMMO. Like, it's how do I describe, like, you can never, like many MMOs, it's like you can never have too much Pokeyen. Like, you can spend so much Pokeyen so quickly. You can just poof that shit away, man. Depending on your goals. It depends on your goals, though, for sure. That's a great thing that I don't personally like. Some people are born explorers, crew, where they have that like yearn to explore. I feel really bad for people who like have that like fucking urge to be an explorer. I don't have that. I have the urge to sit at my computer desk and play video game. like that. I respect, like, that's a great example of like an urge that not all of us have, but some of us, it's a human urge. Like, bring up Poggies. Yeah, okay, let me start this Alpha Hound Doom catch. I would try to work on, if you want a break, take a break. Don't like force yourself to prepare for raids if you're like super not having fun. But I would definitely, if you can, prioritize leveling and making raid Pokemon over finishing the Dex, because finishing the Dex is not going to help you too much with the Lunar New Year event, whereas getting raid mons done will, you know? I could try like just do more breeds to show examples in the future potentially. I could see that, Tally, if that's what you mean. Well, I don't think one waterfall will kill this. I kind of doubt it. Okay, Jinx Beer, wait a minute. One surf? I don't think this kills. Yeah, not even. Okay, we're chilling. We're chilling. We're chilling. I appreciate the request, Tally. Dude, it just takes a lot. Once takes a lot of time and energy to exit the box rot, you know.
Brilliant minds push the limits of what we thought was possible.
I want to do I just hard. It's flamethrower, hyper voice. Do I hard switch or do I just waste a Pokeball, waste a turn? Okay. What if I mean, dude, like the RuneScape, I would be down. It'd be cool to have okay, unironically, it would be cool to have some sort of reward. We already have like wave-based combat things, like the Abundant Shrine coming up in the Lunar New Year event. Like, it'd be we could see it, man. It'd be cool, dude. Hey, rip, congrats, GG's, Vaminos. Sorry for butchering that. Congrats, man. Sorry if you didn't want to, common Tentacruel, but if you didn't have one before, I mean, if it's your first Tentacruel, hell yeah, Yeah, like that dude. Okay, Hatred 100 times would be pretty crazy, to be fair. That's like, because you can only do it like once every 3 months. I guess a recapture, right? To be fair. But something like, I would love more cape rewards or vanity rewards that specifically like are for an in-game achievement. It's kind of cheesy, but I love veteran capes, like a cape that you get for like having played the game for like 10 years. I think that's really cute. Or even like you have a 1-year cape, a 3-year cape, a 5-year cape, a 10-year, like I think it's really cool, Kind of burning a few turns here. Hyper voice will go through my sub. I need to be careful about that actually. Like 8 years of each raid, that's like consistently G's. Being tired? Yeah, sure, why not? The Lunar New Year event will most likely happen around February 17th, so you have about 14 more days, Iguana. I do have a raid prep guide on my YouTube if you're interested. Or specifically for the Lunar New Year. I went through the Lunar New Year event raids. I cross-referenced all of them alongside many resources. I put a lot of effort into this year's Lunar New Year event prep guides. Put a lot of effort into those, and I what's it called? Sorry, 1 second, a little distracted. I went through and I tried to get as small of a list as possible for like Pokemon you need to have to be able to complete all the raids, and like items as well. Pretty damn good Houndoom catch on turn 10. Not too shabby. Hell fucking yeah, dude. All right. Okay. Okay. Unfortunately and weirdly, I'm so sorry I'm ending today. You can underworking spam. I deserve that. I am ending today's stream a little bit early. I want to go fix my audio settings, and I just want to go to the gym. So I'm going to try to go do that and then get some. I have some videos that I can schedule for tomorrow's 8 a.m. upload, so I won't have a stream recap today. So that will work out actually decently well. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry today's stream is a little bit shorter, only a 3-hour stream. Omega Law, Tech W, underworking, Pepe Laugh. I had a lot of fun though. Like, shorter stream, I had a lot of fucking fun. I hope that you guys enjoyed. This will forever be the stream recap 365 that was lost to time. Okay, this is a lost piece of media. So if you watched it live, hell yeah, you were here. Poggies. Okay.
I'm gonna go raid someone over on Twitch. I will see you guys later. Have a great day, a great Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow for Wednesday. Tons more grinding, more Lunar New Year event preparations, as well as some hopefully Sweet Tune grinding on the Ironman account. I will see you guys later. See you tomorrow. Hopefully more. I should have a video today being released at 5 p.m. as well. So hopefully we'll have more stuff, not just the short stream today. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you later. Have a good one. But for now, guys, peace a freaking Reno.